Mic test, mic test. Hello, everyone, and welcome back to another Buddy Bison stream. I hope we're all ready for a wonderful day today. Hope we're all excited. Yeah, fuck, I forgot that my monitor laptop was not muted. got surprised by my own voice. Yeah, but I hope we're all having a great day. Hope we're all ready for some more trails, specifically Legendary Trails in the Sky the Third. Because you know what? First chapter, second chapter, logical next step, the third, instead of, third chapter. But I guess it's because this is not necessarily tied so hard to Estelle and Joshua, so it's more of just like a epilogue. So maybe that's why they decided not to do third chapter or like final chapter or something. I'd be curious to know exactly why. But hope we're all doing well. I see Fontano is here. Oh, you Kevin, I love you, Kevin. Kevin. Hi, Kevin. Kevin the sea cucumber. But hope we're all doing well. Back on the PC with and it's the PS4 controller instead of PS5 controller because that doesn't work on these old games. Unfortunately. So, oh well. Or maybe it would work if I turned off PlayStation thing, but I'm not sure. But I'm excited to be playing this. I played some Rogue Legacy on my own time today, this morning, and I've been really enjoying it. But glad to be back to this. So, yeah, might as well get started. Hope you're doing well today, Fontana. Hope we're all having a great day. So, once again, Neko Dave has provided me with a clear game, a save game, to start the game off with some Sepith. And yeah, so I already get to see like the ending levels goes high, which, you know, I guess that's the idea with the Trails games, where like, because you're not starting at level 1 or level 5 again, each subsequent one, the level cap goes higher. Although, pretty sure Cold Steel 1 and 2 was like, level cap was like 50 or 60 something, maybe 70, and then level cap in 2 was 200. And then it reset in 3 and 4 again. What a cheater. No, I'm not a cheater. I am the only thing, you know, it's not cheating. This is a gift. You know, I was gifted this by Sir Neko Dave. That's it. I'm not taking any items, I'm not taking equipment, I'm not taking the information, I'm not taking my status. Just taking the Mira and the Sepith. Because that's all I need. That's all I want. Don't you be giving me that pouty face, Fontano. It's not cheating. It's just making sure that the stream is a tad more, I don't want to say expedited, but less necessary for any grinding, or, you know, it's just allowing me to enjoy more of the game, right? Because I can buy more quartz, and I can buy the better weapons for different characters. So, you know, it's just better overall for everyone involved. Chosen the guy's second chapter save day? Yeah, sure. You know what? I'll do that. Don't see why not. But no first chapter, interestingly enough. Year 1203 of the Septian calendar. Fall. Just over half a year since the Liber Ark's collapse. Cruising through the night sky above the Kreutzen province in eastern Arabonia. I know that province. Well, I hope you are prepared for voice grinding. No voices and way more text than you'd think. Oh, no, I know. Was the Rhineford Company's, latest display in luxury, the Lusitania. Is that like the World War I initiating ship, the Lusitania? Luxury airship Lusitania. But we know the Rhineford Company. But God, look at this fucking bourgeois airship that we'll never see again. Friggin' has plants growing on it. And it's got the horse. Oh, look at these. Oh, they're wearing masks. The Legend of Heroes. This is already starting off so much differently than the other two games. Trails in the Sky. The third. Like, the first one was like, hey, daughter, I brought you a brother. And a future boyfriend. And the second one was like, hey, I'm gonna knock you out with drugs. And then leave. If I may have your attention, please. On behalf of the Conrad Company, I would like to take the time to thank you all for attending this party today. So I'm at the point in Xeno 1 where the shit hits the fan and it's annoying me because the level cap is raised sharply. Oh, great. As I'm sure you're all aware, this is a most auspicious day. Hey, yo, look at that hair. Yes, indeed, on this historic day, 10 years ago, this fine company... You don't seem to be enjoying this quite as much as he is. You ought to at least try and feign interest in what he's saying, Surely you must understand what kind of man he is if you're here. Oh, that I do. He's a merchant of death who made a fortune during the 100 Days' War, and one of the Empire's most wealthy men, despite being a relative newcomer. Why, it was only a few years ago that he partnered up with the famous Rhineford Group, and now he's serving on their board of directors. His record makes for a most impressive read, that much is for certain. Although I dare say he's less impressive in person compared to on paper. My, you'd best refrain from making such remarks. That mask of yours may disguise your identity, but it won't keep those naughty men in black away should you make an enemy of them. Now that's a terrifying prospect. I can't imagine I'd last very long if I did. I'd surely be cast through this window as easily as a pebble plunges through water. I do I like how it's just the mask and like they had to do a separate character portrait for comb back hair, but they still kept the fringe on the front. I must say, I find you rather intriguing. Are you a member of the press, perhaps? Or maybe even a government official? I would answer, but where's the fun in spilling secrets? I'll leave the pondering to your fertile imagination, mademoiselle. Leaving my identity aside, however, this ship is an impressive work of art. It's hard to believe we're inside one at all, and yet here we are, thousands of ards in the air. Well, it is Rhineford's latest model. One would expect nothing less than art. Last I heard, they were advertising it as the largest airship in the world. It is 100-ton yards across, so they're probably right, as far as most of the world knows. You certainly know how to make a lady curious. But even with the mask, it's no secret that you're so young. Practically still a boy. Good thing I'm an Ara Onesan. I wonder, how often do you go around charming your way through these drab parties with that aura of mystique? Well, seems the mask can't hide all my secrets. Perhaps I ought to make my daring escape before I give away anything more about myself. If you must, although it would be my pleasure to continue keeping you company. It's not every day that one gets to enjoy chatting the night away with a mysterious stranger like this, you know. We could even take our chat somewhere more comfortable, like your room. I'd be honored to, my fair lady. But only if you can promise the goddess has her eyes turned away. You may blush if she's watching. Meanwhile, I refrain from asking why your room would not be an acceptable location. And I'll thank you for not forcing me to bring up that oaf of a man. Okay, so woman is presumably married and is like, yo, Kevin, you want fuck? Love it. Well, the party's in full swing now. This chance is as good as any. His private room's on the highest floor of the ship, on the other side of the deck. Okay, let's get to work. So I ended up fighting a no-pawn and a bird. In the first attempt, one of my party members slipped off into the water and disappeared. I didn't win that try. Really? Surprise, surprise. Might I interest you in something to drink, sir? We have some well-aged Steinrose, if you would care for some.
The Colrog Company might have made a lot of progress in the past 10 years, but that was all thanks to the Rhineford Group. They couldn't have done a thing by themselves, so they've got no right to try and act big. They need to realize their place.
Yes, Lady Linda is currently resting in her room. She said that she's feeling a little unwell at the moment, you see. Yeah, why does she have to choose a party like this to feel unwell? Hope she isn't faking it to stay in her room. Must she oppose me at every turn? This truly is a spectacular ship. I was getting sick and tired of looking at the gloomy skies of the capital, so this is a wonderful change of scenery. God, I'm so happy to be playing chess game again. I'll have to be sure to make the most of tonight. You know, I couldn't agree more there. The air of the capital is positively suffocating. I try to get away from it as often as I can, so I spend all of my time off in my villa to the south. I'm sorry, what was that? I said that no mask can hope to disguise the beauty of your ivory white skin, or the luster of those fine red lips. Well, aren't you the flatterer? Yeah, she was the one who initiated the conversation with me, if you're wondering. Still, I can't very well ignore her. I'll just try and keep the conversation going. It took me 13 days to finish, so not too bad. Okay. come say hello again so soon. My offer still stands if you find yourself with an appetite for excitement. I'm into pegging. I'll be able to get rid of this gentleman in no time at all, really. Yeah, I have heard that this is one of the shorter ones, and as far as I understand, there's no really, like, side quest, like, aspect to it. Like, there's the extra doors for story and stuff, but it's not the longest one. But I figure May would be a pretty good time to start this. Although I will probably burn through it a bit quicker than I did second chapter, because I'm not limiting myself to only 2 days per week for it. So this one might be a 3-day one. But I figured might as well do it now. That way I can, that way I can get some rest between finishing this game and when 0 comes out. Yeah, the side quests are doors. There's only one mandatory door. Okay.
You certainly know how to hold a party, Conrad. There aren't many who are wealthy enough to be able to organize a gathering like this in the sky.
Oh, absolutely.
If my guests are satisfied, then I have done my job. Still, today's party is but a minor diversion compared to what the future holds for us.
Quite the gathering we've got here. It looks like Marquis Ballard, known for his extravagant spending, and this guy's the president of that one big jeweler, Corey's & Co. Marquis Ballard. Don't we know a Marquis Ballard? Very convenient for the run. Yeah. Isn't Marquis Ballard the... Ah, shit. The Ordis guy. Yeah, the Ordis one. The fat one who is, Musei's uncle, right? So, known for his extravagant spending. Uncle or whatever of Kaya, yeah. Hopefully they'll keep our friend occupied for a while. Okay. I apologize for our boorish presence at this most elegant occasion. I'm afraid it is a necessary evil in order to ensure the safety of our guests. All that I can do is ask for your understanding. Being a part of the vast Rhineford group, the Conrad Company certainly has strong backing to support it in working towards greater growth. After all, the Rhineford group is immensely successful. There's a young blonde heiress who likes to use a bow. And it manufactures everything from military weapons to household goods. Especially those military weapons. I wonder if they're making Gundams now. Perhaps I should consider increasing my investment in the group. I must say, I'm impressed at just how reliable the security guards at today's party appear. I've been thinking it was about time to recruit some new personnel to my own private army, too. Fucking Christ. Perhaps I ought to ask Conrad where he found these people. I might be able to recruit some of them, too. Gotta love the PNGs just sitting on the table as well. Ugh. Okay, I can't turn the camera yet. There's plenty of entertainment to look forward to this evening. Ferland Decille's concert will be beginning soon, and at 11, we will be doing an opera. Be sure not to miss them.
You still have much to learn about the ways of the world, young man. The national government is more or less a collection of civil servants with all their flaws and weaknesses. You can get anything out of it as long as you know the right buttons to push.
Who is that upstart chancellor thing he is? All he's done since marching into politics from out of the army is pass one unpleasant law after another. Can't understand how he thinks. Where's the benefit of peace and commoners all the time? Okay, so they're talking about Osborne. Pardon me, but you haven't seen my wife around, have you? Keep telling her not to go wandering off without telling me, but she never listens. Hold on. Could this be Madame Frisky's oaf of a man? Yes, I should probably have it now before it starts getting cold. I'll take that tot there too, if you don't mind. Oh. So he's married to this fine mademoiselle, and she is like, yo, I'm fine with committing adultery. Today's dish of choice is steamed abalone with cream, made to the highest of standards by our chefs. I must insist you try it. I'm certain you'll become a fan. Can I help you?
The safety of this party is guaranteed so long as we are here to ensure it. So please rest easy and enjoy yourself.
I talk to you. We're humbly at your service. Should there be anything we can do to assist you, please let us know. Okay, I got my turbo as well. Please pay us no mind. We are merely here so that you might enjoy this party to its fullest. Okay, so let's head out the door finally. Oh yeah, camera angle. Strange. Felt like someone was watching me for a minute. Ah, forget it. I've got work to do. His private room's on the highest floor of the ship, on the other side of the deck. Time to move. So what I did do before starting this was I actually went back to my second chapter playthrough and went to the end when he shot Weissman with the salt pail or the pale shard, just to make sure I remembered what voice I gave Kevin. And it was like a slight New York accent, like it wasn't full like, "Hey yo, what the hell you doing over there?" It was like a slight one, like, "Hey, you know, kind of calm, you know, you just take a little bit." But yeah, I went to check because I was like, I don't want that. Kevin's gonna be a major part in this game, so I want to make sure I kind of try and keep the continuity at least a little bit. May I see your invite, sir? This you mean? The masked man swiftly presented his invitation. My apologies, sir. This is merely a precaution in order to secure the safety of our lovely guests here, even though I saw you literally walk out the door. Don't worry about it. I understand. Oh, hello there. Oh, wait, chest? Was not expecting a chest already. The treasure chest reveals itself to be a crafty mimic and licks your unsuspecting hand. Better break out the disinfectant. First chest of the game! Well, this is supposed to be the latest airship from Rhineford. Ho ho ho, it's certainly comfortable enough to be. I have to try and travel on it again whenever I can. Even the furnishings in these rooms all seem to be of the highest class. I have to say I'm impressed. Yes, indeed. How long until we reach perfection? It's not happening. Gonna presume that. Oh, please excuse me. I assume you must be an invited guest. The party is being held in the room at the end of the corridor if you're having difficulties finding the way. Thank you, miss. Chest. Charge. The message. Remember, there is but one truth. Love is eternal! Are you taking a walk around the ship, sir? If so, might I suggest following the stairs ahead and stepping out on the main deck? I find gazing up at the stars while enjoying the night breeze an especially relaxing way to pass the time. Okay, what about this door? Okay, so this is a library. Interesting. God, this area is so big. Please refrain from talking loudly when within this room. You know, I'm just going to get on this luxury cruise liner to go to the library. This ship does have a fine collection of books. I wonder which I should read first. You're talking about when they couldn't use orbits all of a sudden along the southern edge of Erebone, even the trains and international flights in that region had to be stopped on account of it. Fine. I'll say it myself. Yep, best chess message. And to be stopped on account of it. I hadn't a clue what caused it all, though. I can't imagine it was anything that serious, at least. You know, just a potential world-ending event. There are rumors that the cause was a new weapon developed by Liberal's army, though. That sounds most serious to me. Although it's hard to be sure, since the government issued a ban on talking about the whole thing after the fact. And without any official announcements on the matter, all we're left with is hearsay. Not heresy. Yeah, I just can't seem to relax on board this ship. Everything is just so fancy and luxurious. It's all too much for an old man like me. Okay, no books that I can actually, read. This is the Lusitania's library. I hope you'll enjoy your time relaxing here. Yeah, I went there, so let's come here. Oh, we got gambling! Time for Kevin to become a rich man! Shuffle, shuffle. Oh, hello there. Would you be interested in a quick game? You played rather well yourself. Well, what do you say to another game? I'm up for another. Well, that was a well-earned victory on your part. It's easy to tell you're a real veteran when it comes to card games. What would you like to do now, sir? I had no idea these rooms existed. I guess the party over in the room at the end of the hall must be in full swing right about now. Just you watch. One day I'll be rich and famous enough to go to fancy schmancy parties too. Okay, so this is like a luxury cruise liner, but the guy only rented out, I guess, like the party room for himself in the gathering. So these are just like regular passengers, it seems. Are you invited guests by chance? If you are, we'd be happy to treat you to a official member of this club, so please enjoy yourself and make use of the facilities I have to offer. This club is part of the Alicia chain of high-class clubs, which has its main branch in the capital. You would expect its employees to be trained to the highest caliber, and you would be right. And speaking of the highest caliber, perhaps I ought to sample some of the wine now, and maybe a gun. Hope you're enjoying yourself. Alright, it's time for me to make my wager. I'll put 300,000 here on Red 21. A sharp choice. Really? A sharp choice? Playing money is all about having fun, you know? Whether you win or lose is a trivial detail. You only need to focus on enjoying the act of spending. People who obsess over winning above all else are base fools who have no right to be here. You have to be so rich that blowing your money is the equivalent of dropping a few quarters from your pocket to be allowed to be worthy of being here. Come on, Black! It's gotta be black this time. It's been red 5 times now. This next one has to be black. Surely! Please do enjoy your time here. Still, do not try to get absorbed into your games. Everything is best enjoyed in moderation. Okay. Oh, 2 chests! Oh my god. Great chest ahead message. Pine fresh. Pine fresh. We need to talk. So you want me to grow up to become a soldier and get famous and rich, right? That lets me spend time on neat ships like this? Sure, this is so cool. Become a soldier and become famous and rich? What? When does that happen to soldiers? Listen, son, I spent what little money we have just to get you on this ship today. This is the life rich people in our country lead. Burn the sight into your memory and never forget it. I'm counting you to make your way into this world when you're older and make life easy for me. Okay. Hey, child, learn about this garbage so you can give me this kind of life. Hey, I kind of found an invitation to that costume party that's going on right now. What should I do with it? You idiot, what'd you pick it up for? Those are only for the super rich people in the first classrooms, not the likes of us. But still. Excuse me, but is this the staircase that leads to the observation deck? Oh, yes it is. Please, go on ahead. Thanks. Hello? Whoops, wrong way. Need to head up the staircase. Okay. So, that's good. Okay, circle is can't menu. Triangle ain't anything. Square ain't anything. Start select aren't anything. Goes to that. That's turbo. That ain't anything. Okay, so can't menu is that. Options. Yep. File. Save. 1. Okay. Yeah. Yeah. Hello there, sir. Nielsen. Oh, so he has a name. So this is the new passenger airship model I've heard so much about. Can't say I'm familiar with the sound of its engines, anyway. I assume they must be a new model, too. Could this man be blind? Oh, wait, this is Wait, is Nielsen the blind guy that we meet in Cold Steel 4? Like, the one that interviews Reed, right? Isn't that what he does? Yeah, okay. Oh, might I ask what business you have in this area? If you're looking for the observation deck, you can reach through those doors over there. If you're looking for the area where the party is being held, however, you'll need to head down the stairs. Yes, Marcel Nielsen. Okay, so glad that I remembered that. Wait, which way is the observation deck? I presume it's over this way. God, I love seeing the light, like the shadows, just splash everywhere. Oh, so cool. Alden! Oh, Lusitania, why are you so beautiful? I do wish your top speed was a little faster than 1,000 APH. Nothing can beat you when it comes to the sheer size or capacity. Taking a whole 1,000 people on board isn't something any other airships can boast. Well, you don't know about a secret giant red one, do you? I'm sorry for calling you out here out of nowhere like this, but I so wanted to meet with you. But then you came all the way on this ship just for that? You do know what will happen if my father finds out, don't you? I know he doesn't approve of me because of my social standing, but I must beg that you let me overstretch myself and act the part of a bigger man today, at least for as long as I have this mask on. I'm so grateful I was able to see you like this. Truly I am, but if Father were to find out... See, I would be terrified of airships. Because, like, right, like, if you're on a regular ship and you fall overboard, right, like, there's a chance they could get you. Because you're in the water. Like, if you're lucky, they will find you and see you, and they'll pick you back up. Or if you're really lucky, you get washed up on a deserted island or something. I don't know. But an airship falling overboard, you're dead. Like, you're just gone. Got no business this way. Better get back to work. Okay, so let's come over here real quick because I wanted to... May I help you, sir? Okay. Oh, no, sorry. Okay. So an arch is 1 meter, so 1,000 arches per hour would be 1 kilometer per hour, which means this ship runs at 0.6 miles per hour. Wait, 1,000 arch. Wait. 1 arch is 1 meter. I thought, wait, a kilometer is 1,000 meters? Because I thought a kilometer was 100 meters. Kilo is 1,000? Okay. Well, I'm bad at metric. This thing's slow. Stop right there. This staircase leads to Sir Conrad's private room. I'm afraid I'm gonna have to ask you to leave. I figured you'd say something like that. Sorry though, this isn't gonna be your lucky day. What? What are you doing? Oh, okay, you just knocked them out. Looks like I'm down with a bunch of Jaeger dropouts. They don't seem like that well trained either. This'll be cake. Sure wish every job I had was this easy. Okay. Nice private room. Wow, talk about pointlessly fancy. Alright, now where's he heading? Okay, so I'm guessing this guy has suspicious switch inside the pod plant. Okay. Well, would you look at that? Who wants to bet that's not the only one? Okay. I was like, wow, did I already get the secret switch without even having to look around? No, there's just multiple. There's a switch in the armrest on the sofa. Press the switch, yeah. All the switches were reset. Ah, god damn it. That one must have been a fake. I should have known they wouldn't make it simple. Okay. So, potted plant is seemingly the first one. Okay. Just go along every major object in the room. Switch on the sun underneath of the vase. Now, where's the next one? So, potted plant, vase plant. That's one. Switch on some side of the desk. Yeah. That's the last one. Okay. So he said the... So he said that one was a fake, but I wonder if it wasn't a fake, but just in the wrong order. Because I don't see anything else. Okay. Damn it. Should have known they wouldn't make it. Okay, so let's check. Is there an order? Or is it just... Okay, so it's just you need to hit all the right switches. And not the fake one. Okay. Switch in the armrest? No. Not on the desk. Is it? Doesn't seem to be any other... Oh! Rug. Corner of the rug is oddly worn. Stand on it? No. See, I will say I kind of wish the rug, like, actively looked more different there. Like, it does not look nearly different enough to really warrant it, so this is just like a blind spot. Nice job. Yeah, I mean, you know, it seemed pretty... Thank you. Before I go on and say anything about it, you know, I'll always say thanks. You know, thank you. Much appreciated. Compliments are nice. But yeah, like that one is like, okay, well, as soon as you, because like my first instinct in these games is to just go around the edge of the room immediately because they're like, that's where chests will usually be, like on the edges of the walls. So like when you go along the edge and immediately hit a potted plant with an exclamation point on it, you're like, oh, okay. Okay, I see what's going on here. And here we go. Everything so far has been completely in line with what I expected, which means that... There's a panel with buttons that have letters written on them. Password of some kind apparently must be entered. I wonder. Orpheus. 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 Well, this is how you spell Orpheus normally. Yeah. It's one of the PHFs. And I believe that Orpheus is the base persona in P3. What I don't get is why. Yeah, right, like, why is that the password, and what, like, what would have given any hints about that? I figured as much. Looks like my target this time is one of the toys our friends decided to spread around for fun. Oh, hello there. So we got secret room with a whole bunch of riches that presumably weren't reported on his tax return. Orpheus was Ouroboros' plan. Oh, okay, okay. The Fool's Locket, huh? A forbidden artifact that lets the bear pass all but the most obvious lies off as complete truth. Really not the kind of thing a shady weapons dealer should have in his possession. Really did not think that one through, Kevin. Wee woo. What's going on here? What happened to the two who were on guard here? They were both fast asleep. It seemed like whoever did it used a dart or spray of some kind. You think we're dealing with someone in the same business as us? We better keep him locked inside here until the party's over. We can give our report to Master Conrad after. What do you think the odds are that he's not acting alone? Judging by the security camera footage, I don't think that it's high. And that said, there's a definite chance he's got some form of backup that just hasn't acted yet. I'd say we're better off marking all invited guests for the time being. We wouldn't want to let anyone slip through our sights. Did you just laugh at us? Something funny? Oh no, I just thought I should probably apologize for underestimating you. I'd written you all off as untrained Jaeger dropouts, but maybe you've got more going for you than I was giving you credit for. You little... You got guts, I'll give you that. I've got no idea how you came to be here, but you should know that Master Conrad is not a merciful man. Don't think you're gonna get out of this in one piece. You're in for such a world of pain, you'll wish you'd kill yourself while you had the chance. Well, doesn't that sound like a fun time? Sadly for you, I've already got my next date lined up, so I won't be able to take you up on that. Shh. What the? How? Oh yeah, probably should have said this earlier. You really might want to step back from that door. Like, a lot. Like, that is the thing, right? Like, why are doors stopping anyone in this world when you can just use arts like that? Like, look at how thick that door is. And then just think to all the times in, like, Cold Steel or something where it's like a small gate that blocks you. That wasn't arts though. Oh, it looked like arts. It looked like cavalry edge. But okay. No way. The door is designed to withstand a direct attack from an orbital cannon. Boy, you guys have no idea how hard it is to hold back with that one. I'm not a huge fan of using it, but I mean, you didn't give me much choice. No, that's just his crossbow. Okay. This is a joke, right? A priest? Yep, I'm legit and everything too. So if you're interested in making any confessions, I'd be happy to listen to them for extra cheap as a limited time offer. And you guys would have a lot to confess. Don't lend an ear to him. Let's do this. I was hoping for more of a what, you charge people kind of reaction. Oh well, I guess I don't mind cutting to the chase this time. Come get some. I like how in the room he was like, okay, I gotta change out of the suit and put my hair back up. I gotta look the part, guys. Ooh. Ooh, this music. Tasty. Okay, so we got Hellgate, Mash, has to be a Blue Ascension, Titanic Roar, all. Yeah, we'll take that. Ow. Ow. In fact, these fights are a joke. Don't underestimate the fact that you are like level 90. Oh yeah, well. Yeah, I guess I didn't even look at their levels or stats or anything. I just went right to the arts, huh? Oh. Okay, yep. Yeah. Okay, Mysterious Assailant. So how much? So, I'm wondering, what is the speed strat here? Is it just use Titanic Roar and then attack, or? Because, if I remember right, Fontana, you don't normally do turbo, right? You do no turbo for the Sky games? Or I can't quite remember. He's a Grail Knight? I'd heard rumors about that, but damn! And curious as I am, I'm probably better off not asking about what kind of rumors you for. Third is run on full turbo for no other reason than cause. Yeah. Don't worry though, I'm only here for your client. So you go ahead and have a nice long nap on the floor, okay? You still live to see them out. What kind of a monster? The sound of passing out. Okay, I've got what I came for. Now to get back to the party and wrap this job up. Sucks I have to go without taking that lady up on her offer, though. She was looking pretty darn fine. It was obvious her husband wasn't giving her enough squeeze. Then again, I shouldn't go playing with fire too much, huh? I find it so interesting that Kevin was like, oh yeah, I was totally ready to just fuck with an adulterer. Okay, whatever. Also, an easy Titanic Roar for human test. Ah, okay. I can't look at observe them. Doors are locked. So he broke that door down. This way must lead to the forest classrooms. And I find some pretty interesting stuff in there, but bad not right now. So he was able to break that door down with just his crossbow. So presumably using crafts? Because I thought it was cavalry edge that he was using. Because that's what it looked like, those like spear-looking things. Craft, chain 3, okay. Cross gear rage, single, sacred breath, heals all allies, and okay, so that heals himself as well. More punishment, craft, attack foes at speed, then impales with spears from below. Sacrifice arrow, sacrifice his own CP to raise the CP of others by 40. So if you get at least 2 people in this area, then you're net positive CP. Otherwise, you're losing 15. Or you're losing 25. No, exactly. Expensive labor, but I'm pretty sure that was a stigma, which is why he said he didn't. Ah, okay. So anytime that Gaius was in our party, and we let a door get in the way, he was the one who was, you know, not pulling his weight. Because apparently you can just break down doors. Bam.
Still a ways to go.
Oh yeah, and him having a stigma, that's not a spoiler for me. I think I stopped watching the cutscenes for this game at the end of like the Kilika Zin door. I think that's where I stopped. I don't think I went beyond that, wherever that door is. But I'm pretty sure that's like relatively early, maybe first third or maybe halfway. So I do know some stuff. Not sure what guys stigma that they are unique. Ah, okay. Yeah, I thought they were all just kind of like, oh, give you big strong. That's realm 6-3. So late. Okay. Well, I don't remember much of what happens, and so I out of all the ones that like events in this game of like cutscenes and stuff, this is the one that I remember the least. I will honestly say. Ow. 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 Chaos Brand. Petrosphere. He has Earth Wall. I'm not gonna use it, but he has it. Okay. Do Shadow Blow. There we go.
Alright, what's next?
Probably not gonna level, which would heal me, so. How's it going, dude? Well, what's going on here? We're not gonna crash, are we? You wouldn't fall out of the air on me, would you, Lusitania? Well, I kinda missed this chance to run away. Something familiar about him. But, well, I'd best leave him alone. So his name is Alden. He reminds me of the man, the myth, the legend. Is that him? It might just be a lance, but it would be so lame to see Kevin already had the spear. Okay, so let's save over that. So I don't know where the next combat occurs, but I do know that low EP. Oops, didn't mean to get turned around. Oh, hello there, sirs. Ugh. But yeah, I was talking to my friend today when we were watching Spy Family together. Like, I really like my new mic setup with not having like the folder with the foam, because it lets me just use the left portion of my desk now, like to the left of my keyboard. So now I have my water over here instead of over here. Well, actually, I have one on each side. That way, regardless of where I turn, hydration is always present and ready. Because staying hydrated is important, kids. Ow. Alden does remind me of Anton. Yeah. Boom.
All right, what's next?
Okay, so I need 800 XP. Probably not gonna get that, but Alden apparently has one hobby: watching airships. I mean, it seems like it. He seemed to be fawning over the Lusitania. Okay, so I'm gonna use that just to get a little bit of EP back, because I didn't see any orbment charging stations. Okay. Do I go that way or this way? Oh, get it together, Kevin. Oh yeah, because we need to go to a party. Okay, that's why. Door's locked. Oh, hello there, sirs. Okay, and I do have my S-Craft, right? And this is... the blocks when I attack 2 with full speed. Okay, so his is one of the, like, defense ones. That's that. He can heal himself with that, so that's fine. Okay. Roar. Oh yeah, am I able to look at his orbments now? Bam. That one.
All right, what's next?
Okay, so maybe if I can get like 2 more before whatever boss fight they're probably leading me up to. I wonder if that's how they did. Like, they scheduled it. I say scheduled. They did it so that they would have, they did it so that you would level up around when you, get to, like, the boss. So, they added another unlock level. So now there's 3 instead of 2. Great. I see. I'm looking at that. It's gonna be awesome. Love to see it. And action 4. Okay. They had to. They had to. I'm not blaming them. I'm just like, okay, well, what is it this time? Because like Cold Steel 1 and Cold Steel 3, it was just like unlock the slots. And Cold Steel 2 and 4, it was, you know, upgrade the slots. So, I was curious as to how this game was going to do it, because in the first one it was like unlock the slots, second one was upgrade them. This one, it's like, okay, what are you doing? Add another upgrade slot. There you are! In the name of the Northern Jaegers, we won't let you go any farther. Hey, so you really are an active Jaeger Corps. A pretty famous one to boot. The Northern Jaegers, we know those. Hello, Sarah. Still, I get stuff's rough going for your country and all, but I couldn't ask you to just, I don't know, step aside? How dare you? What do you know about the hardships endured by our people? We won't allow ourselves to be shamed with defeat here. Not as long as we suffer. Ah, should have known. Okay then, I'll come at you with everything I've got. Okay, so what we want to do is Titanic Roar for 70. That'll leave me at about 27 EP, which is fine. Because now I'm at that, so I will do this small one.
Let's end this.
Let's end this. Oh, yeah. Oh, dude, a sword out of his crossbow? Oh, okay. Well, they seemed to make some spears, or lances, that were reminiscent of the,
All right, what's
reminiscent of the ones used in the cutscene. So maybe his thing is just like lance. Okay, is this gonna level me up? Yes, it will. Perfectly timed, so now I'm at max HP and MP, presumably right before, like, a boss fight.
What's all this commotion?
We believe there to be an intruder, sir. And a competent one at that.
An intruder? And just what do you think I paid Good Mirror to hire you for? I don't care if he's alive or full of holes. Get rid of him.
Oh, getting me dead or alive is too much to ask of those guys. What? Hello.
Who the hell are you? Wait, a priest? No!
Yeah, I figured with something like this in your possession, you'd at least have heard of us.
How dare you? Give that back! That's mine!
Wrong answer. This belongs to the goddess, and it needs to be rightfully returned to her. It's not something mere mortals like you should be keeping for themselves. Although one could argue, did she... Because, like, right, like, that's the thing. They don't have a very good explanation as to where these artifacts came from. They're just like, oh, they're, like, goddess tools. But did the goddess not distribute them to humanity? Like, so, like, you know, is that exactly the right way to be talking about him?
Kill him! Kill him and get me back my locket! Now!
Ah! Shield. I need this skill in Xena. Oh, damn. Crossbow. Herman Conrad. In accordance with the laws of the church, and in the name of Adios, I am placing you under arrest. So this is interesting, where the church... So, in accordance with the laws of the church, so does that mean that governments secede? Like, right? Like, because that's the thing, right? Where it's like, he's arresting what I'm presuming is an Erebonian citizen in Erebonian airspace. But according to the laws of the church. It gives 100% max talent gauge after a vision. This means that anytime I get a vision, I have a chance to change it. Damn, okay, that's cool. But, like, how does that legal system work? Did they all... Because, right, like, it's... Because, like, the bracers also do that, right? Where it's like, the bracers have, like... The bracers have the ability to arrest people. So it seems like, it's like, okay, you got the governments and they have their laws that the police and military do and arrest. Then you have the bracers who arrest people under bracer law. And then the church has their own laws that can arrest people. The agents of the church have the agency to supersede, since all governments have agreed to let the church do this. In the specific case of artifacts, huh? Unless the government probably gets a hold of a really useful artifact that they would be like, we could totally use this. Cough, cough, Arabonia, cough, cough. So it's like, okay. So it's like, okay, if you're making an artifact-related arrest, we will allow you to do things. Okay, fine. Oh, God. All I can think of is like, it's the Septian Inquisition! No one expects the Septian Inquisition! And what did they do with the sonorous seashell? Cell phones and FaceTime. Yeah, right? It's like, oh yeah, you know. But guys, don't worry about it. Olivier is a good guy. He's not gonna succumb to the evil ne'er-do-well mentality of anyone else with an artifact. You stand charged with the unauthorized possession of and the illegal use of an artifact. Do you think you can get away with all this? You might be with the church, but I'm a Rhineford director. If you lay a hand on me... Oh, don't worry. We cleared this with the big guys already. I'm sure you've got a pretty good idea of just how reckless you've been acting with this thing, right? You've been causing a whole lot of trouble for a whole lot of people, you know? Guys like you have a habit of making themselves no shortage of enemies. You've done a stellar job of that. Just accept that your luck's run out and come quietly. Okay? No. Gun. No. Go. You just couldn't make this easy for me, could you? Like a sack of potatoes, he still has the gun in his hand. So much for this being a piece of cake. Catching guys like this alive is more like trying to sneak off with the whole damn thing. Stop right there! Oh, these guys are just in full getup. Ah, you pulled out all the stops for just little old me? Now I get why you guys are so popular. That's some quick work getting all dolled up and ready to take me down. Silence! You might have had your way before, but that's not how it's gonna go this time. And just so you know, there's an entire company of us on this ship. Even if you have a hostage you can use against us, you've got nowhere to run. We're all lucky boys and girls today, huh? What? Who are you talking about? If this idiot here had been branded a heretic, I would have had to hunt each and every one of you down to the last member. What? What's up with this guy? Well, don't let it get to you. Keep up the good work for your homeland or whatever. Just don't go giving us any reason to slaughter you in the process. Oh, dude! Fucking... His knee should be broken from that distance he fell. The scene on Turbo sucks. What, does it break stuff? Impossible! Those Gralsritter are monsters! That was quite a splendid show. But our tale is only just beginning, Kevin Graham. Graham Cracker. No, it's just one of those scenes that knows when it wants to end. Okay. So it has like it's like scripted time, like it's not really turboable. After all, I have only just awoken. Interesting. So we got a masked dude with frigging spike pauldrons that looks just straight up like Dark Fact, kinda. Or reminiscent of his kind of wardrobe. Legend of Heroes, Trails in the Sky. Okay, so this is going back to the scene of the Liber Arc destroying and like that, I guess, the box. I've seen this in forever. I was wondering why the intro didn't play on, like, the title screen, but I guess I was waiting for this. Okay, so we got nun. Cool. We like nuns. But, okay, so that was interesting, because he said, like, if you were branded a heretic, we would have had to slaughter all of you all. So, being branded a heretic by the church means, oh yeah, we're just gonna kill you. So they quite literally can do a Septian Inquisition, if they so desired. Like, I'm hoping at some point they at least make, like, the church, like, a villain. Like, not just like, oh yeah, church is always good. Like, I would like an arc where the church is at odds with whatever the protag party is doing. Like, not necessarily evil, but just, like, antagonistic to whatever the goal is. Like, I think that would be I think I would like that. But, okay, yeah, we know those ships. We've ridden in them several times. Developed by Nihon Falcom. That would mean that Kisuke would need to kill Adios. Nah, you don't need to make it go that far. I'm just saying, like, okay, have the villains be doing this thing, have the heroes be doing this thing. You know, they're obviously going, like, against each other, like they're going like this, and then have, like, the church be coming at like this, like they're kind of like, you know, they're intersecting in a negative-esque way, but it's like not pure villain. Septian Church, Crawls Ritter operated special ops airship, Merkaba number 5. Yo, it's the Moikaba. It's the Moikaba. A Moikaba.
What is it, Kaiba? What is it, Sato?
Congratulations on completing your operation, sir. This is quite serious, sir. My thoughts exactly. That seemed to be a rather easy one for you in the end, too. Compared to what they usually like, it was. If I had a bit more time, I could have enjoyed some private time with a real gem of a woman, too. But I'll have to suffer crying myself to sleep tonight. Not this again. Unless you want another earful from the commander, you might want to start taking your work more seriously. I was about to say, why did Mokuba call his brother by his last name? Yeah. Don't worry about it. Everyone calls Kaiba Kaiba. That's just how much respect he gets. I know. Lighten up a little, yeah? I swear, I'll never get how you hard-headed types ended up assigned to a slacker like me. This may come as a shock, but you are a Dominion, you know. Can't very well have you acting alone without any form of backup. As long as you're here and this ship is under your command, then slacker or not, we're here too. Even then, you've got a lot less squires in your service than you should have. Maybe you should take this chance to gather up a few more. I think I'm going to have to pass. And that'll just make it even harder for me to work on my own. I thought you'd say that. We'd prefer if you would actually trust us to help you a little more, sir. I mean, all we could do in that salt pail operation was transport the thing. You say that as if transporting it isn't a huge responsibility in itself. After all, the last thing we wanted was him catching wind of it and becoming wary of us. Is something wrong? No, not a thing. Anyway, as per the original plan, we need to get ourselves back to Arteria ASAP. We should be able to reach there by noon tomorrow. Or today now, I guess. Got it. Oh my god. Where's it from? Arteria, apparently. It's a call from Commander Selnate. Oh, you are kidding me! Getting the call from her right after a mission is always a bad sign. Let's get this over with. Put it through. Alright. Oh, hello there, miss. Evening, Kevin. Sounds like you did well. Fill me in on the details. It basically went without issue. The artifact was the Fool's Locket. There were signs of society involvement, but it looks like they've cut any ties with them a long time ago. I see. As I thought then. Good work all around. I'd say you deserve a well-earned rest. But unfortunately, I can't grant you one right now. And here we go. Is something the matter? Oh, I'm just dandy. Please continue. Well then, as much as I hate to spring this on you immediately after finishing one mission, I've got something I'd like you to do for me. Forgotten the heretic, I assume? Not this time. All I want you to do is pick something up. The object in question is currently being held underneath Grancel Cathedral. Grancel? Do you think this object may be somehow related to the Oriole? It's a distinct possibility. Can I count on you to handle this? Alright. That said, we've already got one artifact on the ship that needs transporting back, so I'll let the crew here take that to Arteria. I'll handle going to Liberal on my own. That's fine with me. Oh, incidentally, you won't be alone. You won't actually be alone. I've dispatched a rookie squire to aid you. They'll be serving you from now on, so do play nice, won't you? Wait a minute. Wait just 1 minute. You can't just spring a rookie on me out of nowhere like this. Meetings ordained by the goddess always come suddenly and unannounced. Don't worry, though. They won't be a burden. The abilities they demonstrated during training were truly something special. Well, I will be praying for your success. Pray, get it? I'm a church person. Haha. Gop. Well, congratulations on the new recruit. We were only just saying you could do with a more squire serving you. And I was so not down. I can't believe this. She never changes, I swear. Oh, if all the people reading that book had any idea what a hellion she is in real life. See that Twitch is killing friendship? Yeah, they're getting rid of the friends list. I mean, on Twitch, I only had one friend. It was Rias the mod. So I never really used it. It's not that big of a deal for me. So long as they keep messaging, I guess it's fine, honestly. I had like 3. Okay. It's one of those things where, like, I think if it wasn't bundled with like other worse announcements, I would like understand, like, because it's like, yeah, it's not a primary thing, right? It's more like discoverability for other smaller streamers is hit probably the hardest by it, but even then, it's not that much. But the fact that they also mixed it in with like the partner, like talks about bringing the 70-30 split for partners back down to 50-50 and maybe adding like tiers of it. One, it doesn't affect me at all because I'm not a partner, but it's also one of those things where it's like, are you really trying to make this even more profitable for yourselves? Like, we know who owns Twitch and we know who owns that. Like, you're really trying to wring out a brick for water? Yeah. Oh, Carnelia? I always wondered whether publishing it was really such a good idea, to be honest. It's a complete advertisement saying we exist to the world. If anything, I'd say a book that wild just serves to make people less likely to believe we really exist. And then the heroine died in it, which obviously is a big fat lie. If they'd actually met her, they'd know she's the kind of woman who could probably take a bullet to the head and ask for a cigarette first thing. I think we should probably refrain from commenting here. Anyway, you guys heard her. I'm gonna leave taking care of everything else relating to our mission to you guys. Just follow the money trail. There might still be hidden accounts we don't know about. Understood, sir. What will you be doing from here? We'll need to return to Arteria, obviously, but we can drop you off somewhere. You can put me down in any old state we pass on the way here. We'll pass on the way there. Preferably near a town that has international flights going out of it, I guess. Got it. Oh, it looks like the sun started coming up. Yes. That bright yellow sun. Delicious. Who doesn't love the sun that is the color of high sea? Prologue, the Gralsritter. Same day, afternoon. In the skies of Midwestern Zemuria, roughly 500 sailed from Liberal. That's a more standard transport ship. Hey! It's, international airliner Gretna. It's, is that Dorothy? Or is Dorothy from a different... It's the picture girl. The one that's always with Niall. Yeah, Dorothy, okay. Good on me. Aw, they're gone out of sight now. I wonder if they're busy migrating. Looks like they can't keep up with this ship, though. Guess not every bird can be as fast as Sieg, but they were just the cutest. Well, look who it is. I know you. It really is you. Long time no see, Dorothy. I sure wasn't expecting to run into you here. Funny coincidence, huh? It really is. It's good to see you again, too. Father? You don't remember my name, do you? Don't be silly. Of course I do. It's... Oh, I remember. It's Onion Graham. But of course, how lucky I am to have been named after such a multi-purpose plant. That's not even a name, Dorothy. You really did forget, didn't you? And yet you somehow managed to remember my last name like it was nothing. I was just being silly. A couple of days ago, I had this amazing onion hot pot over in the eastern quarter in Calvert, so I've still got onions on the brain. I couldn't believe a hot pot with just onions in it could taste that good, but I swear it did. It was so comforting and sweet. So that's how I ended up saying onion instead of your name. Well, whatever. So if you insist you haven't forgotten, what is my name then? Oh, I do insist. I'd never forget. It's lovely to see you again, Jasmine Graham. But of course, how lucky I am to have been named after such a fragrant plant. That might be an actual name this time, but it's a woman's name. Lovely. Any interaction with Dorothy is just a delight. Oh, I see. So you're here to carry out a follow-up investigation on all that trouble that happened earlier this year? Hey, Tay. Oh, what a scene to tune into. Yeah, how's it going, my man? And that's about the gist, yeah? Come to think of it, how'd you end up on an international liner like this? You said you were in the Eastern Quarter, right? Were you there to write about it for the Liberal News? Yep. Y'all actually let me go on my own this time, too. Wow, that was daring of him. I'm not sure I'd want to let you handle traveling abroad for a report alone. And again, it's only by taking on positions of responsibility that people can properly grow. Oh, I'm doing plenty of that. I mean, I wasn't sure what I'd do when I'd ended up in Calvert instead of Bowes Market, but I managed just fine. Goddamn, doing good, got the day off, so we vibing. Nice. We like vibing here. We dab to that. We dab to some good vibes. Was going to end up in Bowes Market, but ended up in Calvert. GG, Dorothy. GMFing G. Wait a second. Neil told you to go to Bowes? Not Calvert? He sure did. Then I got on the airship, fell asleep, and before I knew it, I was chilling out in Calvert's capital. Weird, huh? Sounds like you got on the wrong airship to me. Let my brain catch up. So you were in the Republic for literally days, when you weren't even supposed to be there at all. Did you even have enough money to manage? Or ADOs help us a passport? Well, fortunately, there was someone from the Liberalian embassy at the airport who could issue me a temporary passport, so that was okay. And then tons of people were really nice to me and helped while I was there, so I had all the dough a girl could ask for. They just brought me into a whorehouse. I don't even know where to start. Y'all must be worried sick about you, huh? You think? He didn't sound so hot when I called yesterday to say I'd be coming back to the office today. I keep telling him that all that smoking is bad for him, but he never listens. I don't think you can pin the crime on tobacco this time, Missy. Thank you for taking this journey aboard the Gretna today. We'll be arriving at our terminal, Grantswell City, in roughly 30 minutes. We ask that you take this chance to check that you have all your belongings with you, and to return to your seats before we begin our landing. Until then, please enjoy the remainder of your flight. Ew, sounds like we're almost there. We're gonna have to walk around the ship to kill some of the last half hour. How about you? I'm not sure. I suppose I might as well go and snap some more photos. It's not often I get to take an international liner like this. Sounds like a plan. See you later then. Later. Later, Gator. Later, Skater. Ugh. But what games are you playing right now, Tay? Because I know Fontano is just bashing his head against the proverbial time wall that is Xenoblade 1. The game that goes on forever. My sister can be unbelievably stubborn sometimes. How am I supposed to enjoy sightseeing when she's being like this? Head to the effing wall. Yep. No, I'm not budging on this. We are going to Urbe Royalville after Grand Cell Castle, and that is final! I can't believe you're actually considering just going around fishing of all things. That is my favorite animated emote. Did you hear the announcement, sir? If not, we will soon be arriving in Grand Cell City, so it might be wise to check you have all your belongings on your person, but you still have time to look for anything that is missing. I'm not really good with heights. I mean, it's not phobia level or anything, I'm just really not very good with them. Excited to continue Jedi Fallen Order? Yeah, that's a good one. It's really good. I'm really hoping a sequel is because I'm pretty, was a sequel officially announced? Or was it just like teased or something? Because I honestly want another one. Like, it was a good game. And now I'd be able to play it on like good graphics on this PC. Like really good graphics. Whew, that was one amazing business discussion. Never thought I'd see the day when Murano wouldn't have the upper hand in one. But it just happened. The world is full of surprises. That bargainer really knew how to put up a good fight for someone so young. Still, I've got an excellent information dealer working for me too. So the next time we do business, it's going to be 6-4 deal in my favor. No, scratch that. 7-3. Used to be a sailor back in the day, but now I always use airships to get around. No exact date, but apparently sometime 2023. Okay. Yeah, that makes sense. They're way faster than boats for one thing, and unlike Orbital buses, you don't end up with a sore ass after a long journey either. Mommy, can I go have a look outside? Can I? No, you can't, even though I want to throw you off the fucking ship. Please sit down like a good girl before I throw you off the fucking ship. We're almost there now anyway, so just be quiet before I throw you off the fucking ship. Armand, we're finally back home in Liberal. Which means it's time to start thinking of getting a house for ourselves. What kind of house would you like? Two of us have spent the past half a year traveling all around the continent. I couldn't have wished for a better honeymoon. Half a year, Jesus. I'm so glad I chose him to spend my life with. I think we'd probably be best going with somewhere that feels warm and homey, even if it's not that big. Something like a house on a hill near a forest. What do you think? I can't believe he's already thinking of finding a place for us to live. But that does sound like the perfect place to start a lovely, happy family. Nice. Dude, look at Armand. My wife went back to her family's home. I mean, I'm as aware as anyone that I've been so busy with work lately that I haven't been able to spend any time with her, but if I'd known it was going to come to this, I would have sat down and talked to her about it a long time ago. Aw. Wee! Being out here feels amazing, especially standing next to this depressed old man. Okay, so that came out of there. Let's go up first. Yes, I'm finally almost in Liberal. Why did I come, you ask? Because the last spot the ancient dragon was sighted. There's no information on where it went after it showed up here, so if I want to try and pursue it, this is the best place for me to come. Ragnar! As soon as we land, I need to go and talk to Lyndon to see if he knows anything. Ragnar, the badass. I'm off to see my grandchild in Grand Sale. We haven't seen one another in 3 years now. I'm really worried with all the trouble that's been happening in Liberal. You're in luck, I've seen 2 of those dragons, yeah. The cleaning staff for these airships really do a splendid job, don't they? They're a fine role model for the rest of the service industry. Don't go getting yourself too worked up now, man. You'll just end up screwing up even more, like usual. Oh, is this the man? No. Anyway, first thing is stopping by the Central Factory in Zeiss. There's no better place to learn about cutting-edge orbital tech than there. I'm gonna really have to make the most of it. Really. You see that clip from my Liberal percent run? I don't think I did. I failed the interview to join the Vern Company, but this is my chance to learn all about the cutting-edge orbital tech. I'm gonna master the heck out of it. I will, really. Get that you want to be an orbital engineer and all, but I think you could do with taking things a bit easier. Getting yourself stressed out and worked up will only help screw yourself up. Yeah, stress ain't good. Ugh, that's why you gotta be stress-free, like your good old friend Buddy Bison. Never stressed. We're approaching the Begon Range. Be careful of potential air turbulence in this area. I know. I've been doing this route for 3 years now. I know what I'm doing, man. Why do you want to know what I wanted to be as a child to begin with? That's not really something you normally tell complete strangers with cameras in their hands, you know? I'm on to you, mister. You can't distract me. This is a serious news report here, so please answer my questions. Turboed past the cave entrance trigger and it messed up everything. Had 2 Ragnards and had to go back to the entrance to get the trigger. What the hell? He sure is making good use of those reporter's privileges. So, beware, once I do my Western Jameer percent, I can't turbo everything in the Sky games. Like, I feel like the turbo is pretty, like, stable and doesn't mess things up, like, much, if at all, in the Cold Steel games, but in Sky, it can just, like, clip you into, like, corners that you can't get out of, and do things like that with cutscenes. I don't even want to be here right now. Why do I have to go out of my way to see him anyway? It's not fair. Alright, the oval pressure looks perfectly normal. Oh, sorry, I'm gonna have to ask you not to come down here, sir. Any hidden chests? No, doesn't seem like it. Ping pong. This is a passenger announcement. We'll soon be arriving in Grand Cell City, the terminus of this liner. We suggest that all passengers return to their seats as soon as possible, as the airship may be unsteady during landing. Yeah, Sky Zero engine does not like turbo CS engine game. Okay. I mean, of course, like, turbo mode was always added after the fact, right? It was never really intended to be in the game. It was just added for localization, right? Like, so that's definitely why. It's like, yeah, it's an ad feature, not really meant to be the most stable. It's like the co-op in East 8. Right, like, it was just added after the fact. It's, like, experimental, so if it broke stuff, like, wouldn't be surprising. Oh, it's so lovely to be back here again. Republic was a wonderful place, too, but you can't beat the air here in Liberal. You wouldn't believe all that stuff happened half a year ago looking at Grand Cell now, either. It's all completely back to normal. People here are strong for what's usually such a peaceful country. Well, it's a country ruled by a queen. Everyone knows women are tough in the face of adversity. I'm not sure whether you're a perfect example of that or the opposite. You're right about the air here, though. It is nice. Nostalgic, almost. Makes me feel a little homesick. Your home's in Arteria, right? Place with all the really big churches and stuff? Nah, I'm not actually from Arteria. Not many people are. It's actually pretty darn small. Like, smaller than most states around the continent. It's where the high seat of the Septian Church is, so lots of pilgrims and clergymen gather there, but if you're actually born there. Oh, really? Huh. Like the Vatican, basically. So where are you from, then? Dorothy! So you're telling me that a 20-year-old game can't handle running at 6 times speed? Yo, what's up, Neal? Oh, Neal! I'm home! Did you miss me? Did I miss you? Of course I missed you! What in idiots' name have you been doing? I sent you the bows! How did you end up in Calvin? You were definitely on the westbound liner. I'm sure of it! I really don't know. Oh wait, I might actually know. Go on then. Spit it out. I bet I'm a sleepwalker. After I got on the right airship, I fell asleep and then sleepwalked onto the wrong one. To think that all of this could turn out to be the part of some elaborate murder plot. Wowee, all of a sudden I feel like I've walked right into a mystery novel. Sleepwalkers don't change airships, you idiot! I'm all out of breath now. Are you alright? I really do think you should cut down on your smoking. You're not as young as you used to be, you know. Oh right, your 30th birthday was last Friday too, wasn't it? Happy birthday! I bought a cake over in Calvert and had a big celebration for it, too. How is it that you can remember useless crap like that, and not the things that actually matter? I bet you were just looking for an excuse to eat cake all by yourself, weren't you? You should have seen it, Neal. It was made with Eastern matcha, so it's unlike any cake I'd ever seen. That perfect blend of sweetness and bitterness was just sublime. I took lots and lots of cute pictures of it, so I'll show them to you all later. Matcha cake. I don't have matcha enough to know whether or not I like it or not. I can't quite remember. You brought me pictures of a cake! At least bring back a souvenir! Man, they always felt like they could go into business as a comedy duo and actually make money off it. They're even more of a crack up now. Wait a second. Nice to see you again, Neal. You're looking same old, same old? No, maybe you're not so happy about that. What are you doing here? Please, please tell me she didn't end up going to Arteria and causing trouble there too. Your wish is my command. We just ran into one another on that airship by total coincidence, that's all. Oh, good. You had me worried for a minute. I was scared stiff she'd gone and smashed some super expensive stained glass windows in the cathedral there, or who knows what. I'm so sorry what you have to put up with. But Shaw, you're too much of a worrywart. Whose fault do you think that is? Still, it's good to see you again, Father. What brings you to Liberal? Something else happen here? Oh, just a bit of work-related business I've got to take care of. It's not part of a major investigation, so don't go getting your hopes up. Nothing of interest's gonna happen. I'll be the judge of that. Anyway, so where you staying for the time being? Grand Cell Cathedral? I'll have to drop by and say hi sometime when I get the chance. Go for it. In the meantime, I'm dragging your butt right back to the office, Dorothy. You're gonna tell us all about what the hell you've been doing these past 2 weeks. You betcha. I snapped photos of every meal I had while I was over in Calvert, so I'm sure if we develop them, I'll be able to remember everything. I'm not talking about your gourmet report. Loving it. Ba-da-ba-ba-ba, I'm loving it. Seeing those two together really make it sink in that I'm back here. Thinking about it, I wonder how all the others here are doing. I'm still in Joshua abroad at the moment, but I've got no idea what the others are up to. Excuse me while I take a break. I want to open some windows. Because it's getting warm in here. It's getting back to the point in the year where it's just hot. At least in my room while I stream. Could hopefully be better. I went and got myself over here. I got myself some carrots, some from the fridge. Also got my little like desk fan blowing in the background, and hopefully with the microphone filter you can't really hear it now, because that was also another thing that I was like worried about. So I think the microphone filter like is able to block it out. Please tell me if you can hear it in the background. It would be good information to know. And then also open the window to get a little bit more like cooler air inside. Oh. Because that's the thing, right? When you're streaming, your computer's going, and when your computer's going, you know, it generates heat. But, yeah. I also just am naturally a more warm person, at least in, like, the abdomen area. Like, my hands, like, my circulation ain't the best. So, like, my hands and, like, extremities will be, like, cool or, like, normal temperature. But then, like, my chest and back will be, like, pretty darn hot. And, like, my head. So, let's go. Is that you, Father Graham? Oh, hello. Lieutenant Colonel Sid! It's good to see you again. I'm pleased to see you've been keeping well since we last met at that banquet. The same to you, sir. Gotta say, I wasn't expecting you to be the Army representative who came to meet me, though. I figured it'd be Julia. May have been. She's currently out on another mission, so unfortunately you'll have to make do with me. I didn't have anything better to do, so I came in her place. There's no need to be so modest. A little bird told me that you're gonna be promoted to full-on colonel soon, huh? Aren't you? I shouldn't be surprised that your people have such a good information network, but I still am. Still, I'm afraid I still feel the position is too much responsibility for me as I am. Brigadier General Bright still has plenty of work left in him too. I wouldn't want to take any of it from him. Well, Cassius is still getting work to the bone, huh? Anyway, getting down to business. It's in Grandsell Cathedral, right? That's correct. It's being kept underneath it to be more specific, although I imagine you're already aware of that much. I hear laymen like myself can't even enter it without the knight's permission. Pretty much, it's a special place, you see? I'll fill you in on the details when we get there. Alright then. Well, you may as well head there right away. There's someone I want you to meet in the cathedral. Huh? Oh! Let's just say, someone who has been assisting with this case. They'll be apprising you of the details on what you're dealing with here. Carrots. WTF? What? Ooh, ice cream line. So I came across this quest called A Token of Friendship. And I thought it was a typo. Because I had a quest called Friendship Tokens. Ah, okay. Great, that's not confusing whatsoever.
Ah, there you are.
It's good to see you again, Archbishop. You look very well. Huh? And, you must be... I wasn't expecting you to be quite this young. How old are you? What? But to get you have to go completely unprompted back to the lab in Colony 9 and examine Shulk's workbench with Shulk. Lovely. 22? But, God. Father Kevin, you're making me feel old. Stop it. That's a lot younger than I expected. Are the Gralsbury really so short-staffed that they're handing out their most important post to kids? Can't blame me for assuming the 5th Dominion would look more like a veteran, can ya? Your surprise is written all over your face. Someone in your position should have a much better poker face than that. Maybe you need to redo your training from scratch. Or are you just acting, I wonder? How do you... Professor Russell, please. He isn't here for you to try and pick a fight with him. Please try and be a little less deliberately provocative. What? Hell no. Okay, I already like this woman. That face. He's here to steal the thing we went through so much effort to bring up, and you want me to play nice. And kindly don't call me that ever again. I don't want to be addressed in the same way as that old coot. Of course, ma'am. Wait, Russell? Then are you? Do you notice? Yes, I did. She's also blonde. I suppose I should introduce myself. I'm Erica Russell. I'm sure it's not a name you're going to be forgetting anytime soon. And old cute and Professor Russell, you know, referring to what is presumably her dad. Still, I sure didn't expect to run into Latita's mother here. I'd heard you and your husband were both living abroad. What brought you back? What do you think? After all that went down here, there was no way I was staying out of the country any longer than I had to. Though with how remote the region we were in is, it was all over by the time word reached us. Had we found out sooner, I sure wouldn't have let that maniac pull a half the crap he did. You see, it's funny on Turbo. Meow. Doesn't sound like you're too happy with the professor nowadays, huh? Infinite staircase. Talk about an understatement. That whack job actually took my little girl to that floating city with him. I get that he's soft towards her, but that's no excuse for exposing her to danger. That's fair. And as if that isn't bad enough, he let that red-headed scumbag get near her too. That utter cretin isn't fit to be within 50 arch of my darling Tita, never mind actually getting friendly with her. So, you don't like Agate, huh? Don't you speak that filthy name in front of me ever again! Garrett! We're good. Word to the wise. Don't try and do voices while you're eating a carrot. Oh, when I'm finished with him, he'll wish he'd never been born. He might have survived that last onslaught, but we'll see how he fares against an even more powerful unit, won't we? Bison Hospital. Bison Ambulance Hospital. No, we are not going to a hospital. I do not need that kind of bill. Hell, I'm already going to a nose doctor on Tuesday to see if I have a deviated septum, so yay! I get the feeling this is a matter we're better off not prying into. I thought the same, so I don't know any more about it than you do. Incidentally, the Professor Russell you're more familiar with is currently vacationing abroad. As such, she has been assisting us with this case in his place. Oh, I see. Are you two listening to me? Oh, of course. Sorry. Well, whatever. God, I do love this face. Like, this specific face. I would like to point out that Twitch has a Bison emote, but not a Lime emote. What a bias. Hey man, Bisons are like one of the best animals in the world. Had to upload my own Lime emote. This staircase sure is long, though. How much farther do we have to go? Not much, as far as I know. Yep, there we go. Meow. Down the hallway. A dead end? I hope you've got a good explanation for this. I do. This isn't a dead end, but to go any farther, I'm going to need you to undertake a ritual of sorts for me. Well, this certainly took a turn for the strange. Is this an example of the church's famous thaumaturgy? Oh, thaumaturgy. Thaumaturgical sector, like in, CS4. Something like that, yes. Specifically, I would like you to undertake a form of suggestion. I'm not sure I follow. He wants to promise not to tell anyone what we see here, right? That's a little extreme, so no. The Colonel is obviously going to need to report what happened here to his superiors, for one thing. All I want you to promise is that you won't tell anyone who you aren't certain you can trust. I don't need you to say it, I just need you to think and believe it. Weird, but alright. If that's all you want us to do, so be it. I feel the same way. Should we deliberately repeat it in our minds, then? You don't even need to do that. It should just come completely naturally to you. Alright, here goes. In the name of she who dwells above, do I hold this consecrated septium. Ayo. Space is golden glow. Consciousness is silver glow. by your opposing natures. Reveal to them the path that leads to your sacrament.
Oop, I have to remember to do Duolingo later.
Sorry, just checking something. Huh? Hmm? What? How did that door appear? Just... Hey, look, it has the Star of David on it. Maybe they're gonna try for us. Okay. Excuse me. I was checking some grocery stores nearby, see if I could go for a late night grocery run, but I don't need to. I'll just do it tomorrow, probably at lunch or something. Thank you both for your assistance. I can see that you were truly awarded. Ah, I see. So if we just said it but didn't really mean it, we wouldn't be able to see anything, right? And yet I can hardly believe what happened. I imagine it would be uncouth of me to ask how all this works. Yeah, I'd really rather you didn't. It's some magic bullshit. Magic, magic man. Anyway, come on in. Primal ground. Finish chewing before you start talking again. Wow. Unbelievable. All these years, I had no idea that such a place lay hidden beneath Grand Cathedral. Well, it's not exactly something we publicize. It was built in accordance with the agreements between the church and royal family. It has but one purpose: to suppress the power of ancient artifacts and keep their influence in check. I see. Its importance to you Gralsritter is quite clear then. I'd assume there are similar ones in places other than Liberal, too. Well, I won't deny it. Anyway, we call this place a primal ground. Now, there's a deep name if I ever heard one. Is the original ground the others are based on in Arteria? I'll take that as a yes. Oh, I'm not confirming anything. I was just thinking about how much you take after the other Professor Russell is all. I'll thank you not to associate me with him. He might trump me a little in the theoretical side of things, but when it comes to the practical side of orbital science, I could beat him in my sleep. And I was the one who designed the fundamental systems of the Koppel and the Arsail, you know. Really? Nice. But I think we're getting off topic here. Okay, so we got a box. This is the object in question, right? That's correct. It was pulled up 3 days ago from the area where the Liber Arc sank. We believe it to be an artifact. 3 days prior, roughly at the center of Valyria Lake, where the Liber Arc sank. Damn, sun going down already, huh? This spot turns out to be a bust. We're probably gonna have to call it quits for today. We can only hope. Professor Russell is certain that this is the area we should be looking? Yep. If she says it's here, it's here. Unfortunately, as you know, Valyria Lake's about as deep as a lake can get. Depending on how small the thing we're looking for is, actually finding it could still be a real task and a half. Is it likely to be small, though? The orbital reading suggested we're dealing with quite a large object, I believe. Oh, I wouldn't judge its size based off of those. Ah, Professor. Hey there, kiddo! Finished getting us a new estimated location? Just about. Be real swell if you knocked it off with the kiddo, though. Not sure it's the most appropriate way to address a married woman, much less one who's already popped out a child. Sorry, but old habits die hard, you know? Hard to make the switch when I've been calling you that since you were about knee-high. Well, I'll let you off this time. Back to work. Can you ask your subordinates to stand down for the time being, Colonel? Is this the spot, then? We're able to calculate exactly where the object is. Give or take an arch, yes. Judging by the readings, what we're trying to pull up isn't all that big either. Probably about 50 reg, maybe even less.
You serious? We'd be dealing with a real monster, not something the size of Anton.
No? Still, it does turn out to be an artifact. This could get problematic. Unfortunately, the church isn't going to want to let us keep it, that's for sure. Ugh, I really cannot stand them. No matter how hard you work to get your hands on something, the second it turns out to be an artifact, they swoop in. It's like it's their goddess-given right to have it. It ticks me off.
Easy there. We don't know for sure that this is even an artifact yet.
Regardless, I'll pass on the message to my subordinates right away. I'll leave the rest here to you, Gustav.
You got it. Let's see what we're dealing with, yeah?
Okay, that's the spot. Go on ahead.
Yes, ma'am. We're beginning the salvage operation.
God, this sound just fills me with dread. Does the salvage crane sound like it's in poor condition to you? No, that's not really what I meant. I just can't bring myself to like artifacts, you see? We can't explain how they have the power they do, but they have it. And it's not something we can ignore either. As a researcher, I can barely imagine anything more frustrating. Even when we can't help but be captivated by them, we're well aware that any attempt to solve their mysteries is pointless. I see. When you put it that way, I can understand to a degree how you must feel. Half a year has passed since all the chaos came to an end. On the surface, we're back to normal. But even now, we still don't know what truly happened here or what it signified. Yeah. Not that I was here to see it all happen, of course.
The crane's arm reached the bottom of the lake. We're going to attempt to grip the object. Swing and a miss. Moving 30 reg to the right.
There we go.
Yep, we've got it. Want me to pull it up?
Please do. The moment of truth, huh? Yeah.
Here we go.
Yeah, that's an artifact.
What?
Oh, my.
It glows.
I see. Still, looking at it. Correct. There were Ober readings coming from the artifact when we found it, but not anymore. And I'm sure I don't need to spell out the significance of that, do I? No, it's plain as day why you decided to stay and wait for me now. If an artifact has lost its power, it's exempt from the traditional agreements governing them and doesn't need to be given to the church. That it? You already understand me so well. We can cut right to the chase then. The herbal rings disappeared just before we handed the artifact over to the cathedral, as it so happens. It is currently being looked after here, but the formal procedures to transfer ownership have yet to be completed, making its legal owner unclear. So, in your expert opinion, what should be done here? This is a tricky one. I'm assuming Liberal wants to assert ownership of it in this scenario, right? If anything, it's the professor here who wants to do that. I'm merely here accompanying her as a representative of the Royal Army. The only reason it's not lying at the bottom of the Valyria Lake right now is because of ZCF's salvage efforts. I'd say we have every right to keep it personally. From what I've heard, it's completely impossible to analyze an artifact that's no longer active. I don't see how it'd be any use to your research as things stand now. Are you sure you want it that badly? Oh, absolutely. We're talking about an object found at the site of where a massive flying city used to be. I might not have seen it happen, but it sounds like everything we thought we knew about the world was more or less proven wrong. You know, by the truth that you people in the church have kept hidden for the past, I don't know, 1,000 years? Dude, like, Erica Russell is throwing the most shade, and I am here for it. As for that Ouroboros group, they don't make much more sense than you guys. The more I hear about their advances in technology, the less I can work out how it's even possible. I don't know what the truth is, or what's really happening here in this land, but I can't stand by and feign disinterest in knowing the answers anymore. And I'm far from alone. So long as there's the slightest chance that an artifact could shed light on all of what I want to know, I want it. I think you've made your point, Professor. It's not as though interrogating him will achieve anything. True enough. Well, you've heard what I've got to say. It's now up to you to tell us what you're going to do. Will you hand over that lump of metal, or won't you? Well, that brief hesitation was all it took to spawn a great evil. Hello there, nun. How goes it? Huh? Who is she? No way. It crawled through the fields, ran through the hills, and spread disaster in the skies above. An excerpt from the Book of Ezer, verse 2, Disaster Unleashed. I apologize for the delay in coming, Father Graham. My name is Riaz Argent. Or Riaz. Rise? What's the katakana for her name? I'm curious. I'm gonna say Riaz. Riaz Argent, and I am a squire of the Gralsritter. I look forward to working under you. I didn't think we'd end up having more company. Wait a second. Is something the matter? So that's how they think they can get me, is it? They can't just bribe me so easily. I'm better than that. Maybe I underestimated the Gralsritter. They think they can break my will to fight by sending a girl like you my way, do they? I'm not going to go down so easily because I've got a secret weapon of my own. Behold, the most powerful force in the universe! Picture of my adorable daughter. Isn't that? That's Theta, isn't it? How cute. Isn't she? Isn't she? I bet you just want to jump in this photo and squeeze her like a stuffed toy right now, don't you? I should have known a cutie patootie like you would be able to appreciate the same qualities in others. She just really likes cute girls. Oh, it's fantastic. Anyway, that's why no matter how frickin' adorable you may be to happen to be, you can't take me down, because I've got a natural immunity. I beg your pardon, but I'm afraid I'm not really following. You keep saying that someone is cute, but are you referring to me? Who else would I be talking about? You got such an aura of maturity about you, and yet your features still have that irresistible trace of innocence to them. And then they throw you into a sister's habit to compliment it all like a little cherry on top. It's the most flattering habit I've ever seen! If I didn't have my protective field, I'd be in real danger here. Risu. So it's Risu. Okay. Risu. Or it's Risu. Risu. Sometimes written as Rive. Frigging Reeb. So I guess the B is S. Risu. So Risu. 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 The B is an SSIRC Majerma. Okay. Why are you looking at me like that? I'm just saying. Might I inquire as to the identities of the people with you, Father Graham? Sure. The lady's Professor Erica Russell of ZCF, while the gentleman is Lieutenant Colonel Sid of the Royal Army. Seriously though, Father Graham? Really? So you're the people who initially discovered the artifact then? Thank you for cooperation in our work. We will take over looking after it from here on out. That will be all. Wait what? Oh, hold on a minute. We hadn't finished deciding what to do with it yet. Perhaps not, but my intention was to save you the time and effort required to do so by making the correct judgment myself. Whether it has lost its power or not, that is no ordinary artifact. It is potentially related to one of the Septarions. I'm surprised that you even humored the option of letting an outsider take custody of it. I mean... Well, you sure know how to pick a fight. Go on then. What legal basis do you have for taking it from us? The agreements with the church quite clearly say that artifacts that have lost their power are exempt from the usual rules. I have no legal basis, but you have no more of one for keeping it. If we are following the agreements to the letter, no one is allowed to assert ownership of inactive artifacts. It belongs to neither you nor me. It is simply an abandoned object with no owner whatsoever. Which means that finders keepers, losers weepers is what I would say. And they found it and took the effort to, own it, bring it in. So I would say they own it. What? So all you got is, I don't need a reason, it's mine and that's final? To put it bluntly, yes. Well, if that's how you want to play it. What's your take on this, Kevin Graham? Well, by all means. Me? I thought I'd been kicked out of this conversation. But, well, I can't say I don't want to take it back to Artheria with us, but after all the help Liberal's given us, I'd feel kind of bad just snatching it from them without even giving them a valid reason. Both arguments have a degree of merit, but neither is clearly more correct. I'm not quite sure how you'll solve this one. You, do know that you're smack dab in the middle of this too, right? Whoa. My. What is it? Why do you both look so surprised? Mirror flip. Yeah. Crow? Crow, get me a mirror! I need it! What do you mean, why? The two of you not hear that? Hear what? Wait, oh. Well, it's active. Conversation ended. Oh my god, it's a flower with a box in it. It was a box flower with a box ghost. Wow. Oh, no way! That thing wasn't giving off any orbital readings at all anymore. 0. Zip! Why is it suddenly active again? I believe that settles our dispute. It sure does. So the real artifact was inside, huh? Never seen one quite like it. Looks like a box of some kind. Or a cube, maybe? Well, I mean, kind of the same. Okay. Dude, the forbidden Rubik's Cube. Oh. I'd like to thank you two for your cooperation in the recovery of this artifact. In accordance with the pacts of the church, I, Kevin Graham, will be assuming custody of it from here on out. You and all who aided you have the Septian Church's deepest appreciation, but we're not going to give you money or anything for it. But, it's appreciation. Yeah, hallelujah. Amen. Fucking praise be to God. Whatever. Yeah, carrot. Ew, thought we were never gonna escape. Erica sure doesn't know when to quit. That's a kind way of putting it. I couldn't believe what I was hearing right at the end, though. Just I thought she'd maxed out her crazy talk to spew, and she goes and shouts, well, if you're gonna be taking that, then I'll be taking her. And I thought Annalise was a one-of-a-kind cuteness freak. She might actually have some stiff competition. Annalise? Oh, sorry. She's a girl I met while I was here last time. She's a bracer. About your age, I think. Oh. Reese? Yes? You're not mad at me, are you? For not keeping in touch with you? Father Graham. Yes! 5 years is a long time. Just as you have changed and progressed in rank significantly during those years, so have I. The Reese Argent standing before you is a squire of the Grosritter, not the girl you once knew. I'm here to serve and to protect you. Nothing more. Come on, Reese. You need not concern yourself with how I feel. You do not treat me as a subordinate, and there's little reason for me to be here serving you. And with that talk out of the way, we need to board the last international liner out of Grand Cell, don't we? We should start making our way to the landing port. Wait a sec. Was that your stomach grumbling? It was a figment of your imagination. Huh? You seem to be tired, Father Graham. I see no other explanation as to why you're hearing sounds that clearly don't exist in reality. I think you ought to try and have some rest when we reach the airship. As I was saying, I think you ought to try and have some rest. Don't even try and tell me that one was my imagination. Man, for a second I thought you'd changed, but you haven't. Not one bit. You're still the same perpetually hungry Reese I remember. This is just a simple physiological phenomenon. My lack of control is proof that I still have plenty of training ahead of me. I can only apologize for my own inability. So when did not being able to turn off your stomach become something you have to apologize for? Besides, I wouldn't have you any other way. You're forever gonna be the girl who was always getting caught sneaking into the kitchen and trying to stuff her face to me. I'll be going on ahead. Hey, wait a sec. You're in my way. Please move. I'm sorry, okay? I didn't mean to push my luck. I just got carried away thinking of old times. That's all. You have no reason to apologize. Nor do I see any point in you doing so, because there are few things in this world that carry less weight than one of your apologies. Damn, finally biting back, huh? Well, I've only got a 50-50 chance of you listening to me. Can you knock it off with the Father Graham? Or even Father, for that matter? Nothing is worth less in this world than an apology from Kevin Graham. That is... that says a lot. For what reason? I don't know if you're doing it because you feel like you have to, or because you want to act all distant, but there's no way I can get used to it. Like, ever. It weirds me out. So, please, call me Kevin. Same as you always did. But if I refuse, then I'll beg you until you change your mind. I'll get down my knees if I have to. You certainly would. Well, you know what they say. You can't teach an old dog new tricks. I know it's been a while since, but I'm way too set in my ways now as a 22-year-old. The one left me. Sorry, didn't quite catch that. It was nothing. Still, I can't very well refuse an order from my superior, so... Oh no, you're not playing that game. It's not an order, it's a favor. Very important distinction. You're so selfish, Kevin. There we go, that's what I wanted. But just so we're clear, even if I've changed how I address you, the fact that I'm your subordinate hasn't changed in the slightest. Don't forget that. Yeah, I know. We can talk like we used to, but there's no way to turn back the clock to the way things used to be. Oh, and one more thing. We've still got some time until the last airship leaves. So how about we head over to the department store in the East Block? We can grab you something you can eat. I'd like the sound of that. I propose buying all the bread they have left. I didn't know you were that hungry. All of the bread? I do like bread myself. Bread is pretty good. Thought you were joking when you said you were going to buy everything they had left. The girl behind the counter looked like she was... The girl behind the counter looked like she thought you were a freak of nature. This is just another example of Adios' divine providence. It's better that they're bought by someone who intends to consume them to have the poor things be thrown away. Yeah, you're a real bleeding heart. But that much? I hope you're not spending your entire salary on food. I'll have you know that you have nothing to worry about. There are few people in this world who know how to make better use of sales and special offers than I. Well, whatever makes you happy. It's not my business how you blow your mirror at the end of the day. Still, well, I'll give you that my getup is right up the top of the suspicious charts. I'm pretty sure anyone would be confused if a woman in a sister's habit came wandering into the shop after dark to buy out the leftovers. Oh, stop your grumbling. It's almost time for us to leave. We should make our way over to the landing port. I'm not sure how much longer my stomach can wait. Yes, ma'am. Is Sorry, the stomach of yours is gonna have to wait a little longer. Unforgivable. I don't know who this fiend is, but as long as I don't kill them, I can go as far as I like, right? I sympathize, but you might want to calm down a little. Still, whoever they are, they're not very good at tailing people. Quite. I doubt they have much experience. They do seem to have undergone some degree of training, however. Yeah. Oh well. Sad to say, but we're gonna have to skip today's last day ship out of here. Do you know of a good place to strike? Oh, I do. I know the perfect place. The perfect place. Okay. Went down to like the harbor area.
Where did they go?
It's Gilbert!
I saw them enter this area. I'm sure of it.
It was you, huh?
What? How? How did you discover me? My stealth abilities are the height of perfection.
You're just like I remember you. Still way too sure of yourself.
Who might he be?
Well, he's technically part of Ouroboros. He's about as low-ranking a member as you can get, though.
I see. He does look the part. How dare you? I'll have you know I'm very much on the up. And as for you, what do you mean he does look the part? You couldn't look more like a nobody if you tried. You're the kind of person who constantly throws himself into things too big to handle and ends up sabotaging himself without anyone lifting a finger. And you refuse to learn from any of your failures, too. What?
You haven't lost the touch. I'm impressed how accurately you were able to judge his character after talking to him for, like, a second.
I didn't even need to talk to him. He oozes irrelevance from his every pore.
Wow. Reese, come on. Like, you are demolishing this man. Like, she is emasculating him. She's basically just crushing his nutsack right now.
You! Cocky, aren't you? Well, let's see how long that cockiness lasts. Gun.
Bah. Fucking sword. A Templar sword? So that's what you picked, huh?
Just like you chose a bow gun as your weapon of choice, I chose a Templar sword for mine. That's all there is to it.
Gotcha.
Impossible! What did you just do? I don't even know how I got hit!
It's a weapon used by the Grosvenor called a Templar sword. The blade's made up of multiple pieces held together by wires that lets the user extend it at will.
Why would you tell me this presumably confidential information?
Anyway, it's time those lips started flapping. What's a wanted criminal like you doing here in Grand Cell? How much of our business do you know?
Why should I have to answer your... You don't know when to give up. Start talking. Now.
FYI, she's not in a good mood. And, you don't want to make her any madder.
It looks like I've only got one option. I'm so sorry, forgive me! I'm only here because I crash landed. I didn't even want to come here. And after I did, I have to see you too, so I decided to follow you, I swear! Maybe I misjudged him. There might be more to him than meets the eye. In a sense.
That's a nice way of putting it. So go on, keep talking. You said you crash landed here? That means there's an Ouroboros airship somewhere near here that you came on, right?
No, there isn't. I did crash land, but it wasn't on board an airship. It was on board this!
What the?
He has an archaism? I'm not so irrelevant now, am I? Show them what you can do, Giapachi! Now mow them down!
Cool. Art. Let's go. What do I want to do first? Actually, first of all, let's check that. 9,000, 12,000. Member horse with the most growth potential, he says. He uses varied attacks. New kind of arcades are made by 13 factories, has many different armaments. You know, let's do this. Mortal punishment. Curious as to how. Okay, you know, pretty good damage on them. Okay, what do you do? How are you looking? You got some stuff, so that's pretty good. Heals mostly. What's your craft? Chain 1, Arc Fencer, Line, Impede, good. Holy Blessing, Single Recovery, 50% HP, 50 CP, Cures KO. Oh, Cures KO, that's damn good. Okay, we like those. I like that, we'll take those. Every day of the week we'll take those. Twice on Sunday. She does not have any, she doesn't have any AoE attacks. No. She's frozen. Okay. Let's do Mortal Punishment again, because I have a crit turn. There we go. Now, is there a area? You. Oh, damn it. Yeah, so. Wasted Curia. Okay. Really coming at me hard with all this stuff. That'd be Titanic Roar. Crit. Go. T-Delayed. Okay. Art. Titanic Roar. Again. Art. Tira. Stealthy. Garrett.
Shall we?
I am ready.
Train attack. Yeah. Oh. Art. Matter. Thousands. Bad. Let's just have it.
Take that!
Shoot it, though.
Still a ways to go.
Still a ways to go. Okay. That's a good fight. Damn, Neko Dave. Friggin' so much Sepith. That's so much Sepith. In all of them. Jesus. No! Okay, mic back on. Figured having the crunch of a carrot probably isn't like the best audio to have so often. So, because I had just started eating the carrot, figured might as well. Yeah, at least that time. Curse you! Do you have any idea how much I had to go through to earn that? You really are full of surprises, aren't you? I'm impressed, Reese. You should know how to get the best out of that thing. Not at all. I've still got a lot to learn. Especially if I want to be half as good as my sister. Still, I'm no different. Kevin, Anyway. I'd wager your tricks now. So, you ready to give up and come quietly? If you don't try and cause any more trouble, I'll hand you over to the soldiers here and leave it at that.
You're planning to hand me over to the Royal Army?
That's your best option. If you really want us to take you back to Arteria instead, that's cool by me. But if you go with that one, I can't guarantee your safety. I'll leave that one to you.
Again? What was that?
This thing again starts glowing so randomly.
Maybe it's reacting to something? What is that thing? What are you planning on doing?
Nothing to you, don't worry. Shut up for a sec. What is up with this thing? So the time to begin is finally upon us. Oh, hello there, sir.
Huh?
What? When did you... Yo, okay, I know that hair. It's a pleasure to see you again, Kevin Graham. Traverser of the pathless darkness, repenting of his transgressions with the sin of a stigma forever on his back. Who the hell are you? Yeah. Kevin! Thus my lord was arrived, and the door to Gehenna opened. Come forth, offerings, burn to ashes in the ever-blazing flames. Okay. Interesting. What happened? Why did I... Where am I? Hey, Reese! Reese, are you okay? What's going on?
Kevin? Where are we?
Oh, glad you're okay. How you feeling? Any pain?
I feel sick.
You do?
My stomach's going to implode if it doesn't get any food soon. I'm starting on all that food we bought.
Sure, I'd normally be just as down for food as you are, but come on! Is that really what you should be thinking about right now?
There's nothing in this world more important or fundamental than eating. But if we must change the subject, I remember a strange man appearing, then that cube glowing white all of a sudden. Then...
Yeah, I don't remember any more than that either. Take a look around us. Books!
Stone... bookcases? Are we inside some kind of ruin? No. Wait. What?
Oh yeah, look at this. See, I will give it to this game where it's like, oh yeah, no, the dungeon that you're just in for the entire time looks like a final dungeon from the fucking get-go. We're gonna final dungeon design it immediately. Yeah. So much for this being an easy assignment. Legendary Heroes, Trails in the Sky, the third achievement unlocked, the Gralls Ritter. Prologue. End. Nice. That's what we like to see. Playtime, 2 hours, 15 minutes to end the prologue. GG. Chapter 1, Phantasma. Okay, Phantasma. Ignorant cults, the kin of Vergana, the Cosmographica. Oh, here's the Azure Fragments. Whoever manages this library must have some out-of-this-world connections to have gathered this many rare books from all over the place. Whoa, is this a copy of Isthmian Tales? What's a banned book doing here? Guys over at the Congregation for the Sacraments would flip their lid if they saw this thing.
And there aren't just old and rare books either. I found one that was published this year.
No way! What's it called?
It's called Liberalian Cuisine, published by the Liberal News Service. That can't be real. What's that doing here mixed in with all the other stuff? You sure you aren't pulling my leg? Your guess is as good as mine. The photographs of food in it look delicious, however. Oh, I bet they do. There's this girl named Dorothy who works for the LNS, and she's one incredible photographer. Oh yeah, don't know how I forgot, but weren't you hungry? I was, but I finished eating while you were busy looking at the books here. I did save some for you, of course. Harry's handed over a smidgen of her egg salad sandwich. How fast did you eat? Wait, we bought that poor store's entire bread supply, and this is all that's left? They were perfectly baked, too. The flour used was clearly of high quality, but bread like that can't be made without excellent water, either. I think I like Liberal. Well, I can't deny the country's got some great grub to try all around. Let's get off the subject of food already. I know. There's something truly odd about this place. We should have a thorough look around. Yeah. Oh, come to think of it. It's completely stopped glowing now. Might as well be inactive again. That was a coincidence that it started glowing just before we were sent here. This is no ordinary artifact, that's for sure. Give it to me, Kevin. I'll look after it. Huh? Why? Protecting you is my duty as your squire. As such, I can hardly stand by and let you keep something that poses such danger on your person. I should be the one to keep it. Wait a minute, Reese. Give it to me. Look. First, we still don't have any conclusive proof that this cube is the reason we ended up here. Second, this might be being the one who had it up till this point. You're here with me anyway. So unless you plan to take it off me and run as far away from me as possible, who's holding it won't make a damn bit of difference. But still, sorry, but this time I'm actually ordering you. You wouldn't disobey an order from your superior, would you? Alright then. But if we find out for sure that it really is dangerous, promise me you'll get rid of it. And that's all I want you to agree to. Alright, I promise. Anyway, you up for some exploring? I don't know what's up with this place, but it's time to try and find out. Fine by me. Okay. So, a number of books are rare and valuable. For some reason, a copy of the Liberalian Cuisine also sits among them. Okay, so we got a nice circle with some like tombstones or benches or something. Not tombstones, but like casts. Okay. There. Like, everything about this area and the appearance of it just screams Final Dungeon. But then you get this chill-ass music that's just like, no, you're safe. You're good. Huh? What's that? Hello there. Well, this is foreboding. Doesn't look to be a relic of ancient Sumerian civilization, though. I agree. As far as I can tell, it's not any kind of device. Simply a stone monument. Oh? There's something written near the bottom. Huh. So there is. Let's see. The Hermit's God. What is this supposed to mean? I'm not sure. Could be a message, or maybe even, Actually, let me look over it some more before I say anything. Nope, can't find any hidden switches of the like anywhere. You were right. It really is just a stone monument. Shall we try destroying it and see if anything happens then? I get first hit. Wait, no way. Just because we've established this ain't kind of device doesn't mean nothing bad will happen if we go smashing it to bits. Don't worry, I was just joking. You so weren't. Anyway, let's save extreme options like that until after we've explored all of our, more reasonable ones. I say we should go and look around somewhere else. Okay. No need to immediately go to violence, alright? Okay. What's this? I'm not sure. Take a closer look. Found lunar seal. Ooh, yeah, give me that Cerebooth. Huh? We dumped all the sapith on the ground. Well, whatever. Don't think anyone will complain if we take it. Don't tell me you're feeling disappointed it wasn't food. You're incredible. I didn't know you knew how to read people's minds with your thaumaturgy. Was that part of your Dominion training? Sure wasn't. All I needed was to know you. Okay, so is that... I really am just trying to use triangle to get the menu. Whip. Oh, dude, look at him throwing his coat over his thing. Oh, windswept hair. Plum edge. Okay, lunar seal has this 2 strength +5, defense -5, CP recovery up. We're gonna put that on her. Okay, orbments. These got haze. Enemies become unaware of presence and all that other stuff. Evade. Okay. Status. Okay. Items. Egg salad sandwich. That's 500 health. Tactics. Character position. Oh wait. Position. You can go a bit more backline. You can be a bit more frontline. See, I always like having it more in like a T position in these kinds of games, where it'll be like more T-shaped than anything, whether or not it's like purely across or if it is actually T. Having 3 frontliners and 1 back. Well, this is nice. Looks like some kind of rest area or something. But why? What's it doing here? Well, resting is important. I'd love to sit and enjoy a relaxing lunch here. These carrots. Word to the wise, don't eat carrots while streaming. I think they're a bit too fibrous. Should have just stuck to the applesauce, man. Well, I'll give you that might be kind of nice. Although personally, my first thought was that I'd love to sit and fish here. If there were any fish to be fished. Bison, carrot, no. Yeah, because I can like feel like a small piece like right here. Let me get it. There we go. Sometimes you just gotta like lean back and do the biggest cough you can and like force it to really just get it out of there. Really? I didn't know you still liked fishing. Sure. Can't say I've gotten any better at it, but a hobby's a hobby. I was surprised at how many fishing fanatics there are over in Liberal. It's a guild in Grand Cell that's really hardcore into it, and one girl I ran into would give most pros a run for their money. Oh. Huh? Something wrong? It's nothing. Regardless, it's a shame there are no fish in it. The water here is exceptionally clear. I think this should suffice as a water source for us at least. Yeah. Alright, let's go check somewhere else. Okay, going to internet, Bison can't eat carrots, although it's not their preferred food. Yeah, I mean, carrots aren't exactly... I don't think carrots are native to the US, but there's nothing about them that would really strike me as bad for bovine. Of course, I'm not. There's nothing that would make me think, oh yeah, grapes are poisonous for dogs for whatever reason, but I guess they are. So, that's a huge trade doing here. There's no sign of any others in the surrounding area either. As big as it is, it doesn't seem to be a fruit tree, unfortunately. That could be one of those things like when cats can't eat like 50 things. Yeah, it's just like their body breaks down like the things differently than like humans. Or, like it doesn't break it down that well, or maybe there's like a reactant that happens, like a secondary thing is made by it. So, it's probably one of those. Because we wouldn't get that lucky. Come to think of it, though, we're always on an expert on plants and medicinal herbs and stuff, right? You don't recognize what kind of tree this is? I wish I did, but no. At the very least, it isn't one that grows on the western side of the continent.
This quest. Oh, great.
Did you work something out?
Maybe. Maybe not. We should try looking somewhere else now.
Oh, right. Still, even if it doesn't bear fruit, maybe it has sweet sap inside like maple trees. Maybe, may I cut into the trunk a bit to see?
No. No, you cannot. You cannot cut into this tree. Okay. The plan from this homicide is that they can get the RMS Plains Beast to work for them if they eliminate their enemies. Okay. Okay, so we just got a random bench. Good. If we eliminate these wild enemies, these wild monsters' enemies, they will work for us.
Oh,
As far as the eye can see.
oh my god, it's the void. Just where are we?
Beats me. Still, wherever we are, it's big. Oh no, I think it's time to kill the large monker. Judging by how our voices don't echo anyway.
Yeah.
Wow. You have to come back here? 'Cause I went to all the circles. There are a number of rare and valuable books here. For some reason, a copy of Librarian Christine sits among them. Okay. Okay, so you did just had to leave and come back. Okay.
Well, we've investigated the whole area now, but we didn't find anything that would give us any idea as to where we are.
Maybe not specifically. I think I may have an idea of what kind of place this is, though.
Really?
It's a place both within Liberal and not at the same time. Like a separate dimension of sorts.
Can you elaborate?
Well, you see, during all the trouble with the Oriole, Kevin explained about the altered spaces hidden within the Tetrasotic Towers intended to seal the Oriole away.
Wow. So you think the place we're in may be similar?
Can't say for sure, but it's definitely a possibility. There are a few cracks in my theory, unfortunately.
Oh, I think I understand what you mean. The Liberalian cuisine book we found earlier is one, right?
Exactly. We assume that this is some kind of enclosed space sealed away with the Oriole all those years ago. How did a book that was only published this year get in here? All the other unusual books are from after the Great Collapse, too. Which means
someone else has been going in and out of here within the past year. Could it be that man in black we met at the port?
Maybe, maybe not. I wouldn't peg him as the kind of guy who'd want to read about Liberalian cuisine, though.
That's very true.
Either way, I think we can say for sure now that this situation we're in was planned out by someone. Possibly before that cube even came into our possession.
You really think so? But if that really is the case, what should we do now?
There's the million-meter question. We don't have much to work with here. Just a big open area with no way out.
Oh, this again.
Ugh.
That sounded like something broke.
Yeah, but what? Ah, crap. Kevin took out his battle ornament out of his pocket. He then noticed all the quartz in it were shattered. 'Cause F you! Force reset! Which, honestly, if you're going to give me a way to reset, I accept this one more than, oh, hey, where we made it better. We made a better one, but the quartz don't work for it. Like, I'm more willing to accept this thing where it's like, no, literally your possession got destroyed. I'm fine with that. Seeing this, Reese took our own orbit.
Mine is the same way.
We updated the firmware on your orbit. Void where prohibited. Yep. Even my spare quartz are ruined. Just what's going on here? What? Did you really have to destroy our shit before fucking turning on, you bastard? Okay. Oh my god, it's a blue door.
What just happened?
I don't know. I'd wager it was this cube's doing. Guess we can add altar in this area to its list of quirks along with the Reckonaut Quartz.
Are you sure it's a good idea to keep it on you?
Honestly, I get the feeling we'd be shit out of luck without it. At least now we got some new stuff to investigate that could lead us in the right direction. We should go and check all the places that have changed.
Alright.
Hey, you checked all those places? Go check them again! Salvaged all these from the broken quartz. God damn it.
Should we investigate the monument first? That definitely looks to have changed.
Alright, we probably should. Okay.
I could understand if it were an artifact or an ornament, but how did a lump of stone start glowing like this? It's like magic.
Now there's an apt enough description if I've ever heard one. Only thing I can add to that is that the laws of the world as we know them don't seem to apply to it.
Race.
Raise. Huh?
It was a voice, wasn't it?
Raise the cube before the monument.
Who's there? Who are you?
Please.
What are we going to do?
The hell with it. Not like we got any better options. Raise the cube. Visitors from afar. This again.
Its voice is different, though.
Welcome. In accordance with my master's wishes, I shall grant you power. Huh? Name your currency, so that we may transact within the system that you know. Wait a second. What do you mean by currency?
Maybe it's going to sell us things in exchange for Mira.
Oh, I getcha. Understood. Then I shall grant you power in exchange for that currency. I like how it's like, state your currency, and it's like, could I just say my currency is hope? And then just, you know, really want things? Get it for free? So HP, shop, synthesized quartz, slots, Kevin. Okay, so you only have to upgrade the last one, it seems. Okay. That is more fine than what I was expecting it to be. Well, there are some that only start at 1, so those have 2. But, oh well. Quartz, oh god, it even separates them like this instead of just having one. See, I'm not sure how I feel about having it like this in particular. It's kind of annoying that common theme with high level UMs that they don't have a spike damage before they gain. Okay. So it takes a lot more work to kill the things, which is annoying. Trade. So you gain like no advantage for knocking them down. Yeah, that's kind of. It's not great. Do I even want? I'll take. I'll make one of those. Yeah, do that. Actually, one. Actually, no. These are just good. Space, move, EP cut. I'll take a couple of these. Mirage. Yeah, we'll leave it at that. Release my brethren, and then we shall grant you good fortune.
What do you think that was about?
How would I know? As is to say, we should be able to buy things from here and use separate the synthesized quartz here. Pretty useful, if nothing else.
We do still have the sepet that was left over when our quartz were shattered. Perhaps we should use those to synthesize some new ones.
Sounds like a plan to me. We can stand on our own 2 feet just fine. We're gonna need recovery odds if we ever find ourselves in a jam. Yeah, that is true. Where am I? Time quartz only. Take action. Mirage quartz only. You don't actually get anything. Can you only... Okay, so you can fit things in. even if you don't have the base one. Okay, do that. Do that. Do this. 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 There we go. Okay. And you know what? Let's get some. It says quartz. Quartz. Water. Let's at least get HP 1 for each of them. Hey, Neko Dave, how's it going, my man? Thank you for the host. How's it going? Hope you're doing well. We just got here. We just unlocked the ability to synthesize these quartz. But we have met Kevin again, and Reese. Or Reese. Yeah, Reese. So. Ayo. Yeah. So now, well, actually, and thank you, everyone. Round of applause for Neko Dave. Thank you very much for the save file, because now I have a whole bunch of stuff. We'd love to see. Oh, finally! A buy screen that tells you how much the thing is gonna increase. Now, if only it had the equip option as well. Okay, buy a couple of them. A couple of them. Yeah, but I'm gonna have to be careful with the. I guess the mirror isn't something I have to be especially careful about, because I can just sell some of the quartz for it. Purging. Let's get 5 of them. Let's get 5 of them. Big Monkey is dead. Good job. That's what I like to see. I like to see people win boss fights. Okay, there we go. And, you know, let's buy 1 more tier bomb. Yeah, because I can also sell things. I can also just, like, if I need to, I can just convert any, like, any set that I have a lot of, like, space and get some. Okay, so let's come over to Orbment. I already did that, but equip. That's what I'm doing. A lot of 7, yeah. Get a whole bunch. Aquabow. Ants denim. 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 And if necessary, I could just sell the like the armor and weapons that I don't need as well. Okay. Yeah. So how's the water looking now? Now there's a food thing. I have to check this out. What's going on here? I said check things, but I'm guessing I don't necessarily need to check everything. Maybe. Said to check, so I'm going to do it. Also because I can just run with turbo and it doesn't take all that much time. But I presume they want me to go to the portal or the sigil on the ground that opened. So I will go there. Ugh. But how's it going with you, Neko Dave? You're playing what, Frostpunk, I think? I think that's what you're playing? Holy Stragus! Now this is something. It really is. It's as if petals of pure light are floating through the air around us. I welcome you, dear guests. Was that? Did the tree just talk to us? In accordance with my master's wishes, I shall grant you the blessings of the earth. However, my power is not without its limits. I require compensation in exchange for its use. Buy ingredients. Okay, so this is where I can buy food. Yeah, no, I can't buy everything. Can't like max out all my food just yet. But it is nice to just have this place where it's like, you know what, we're not gonna have a whole bunch of different shops with all the different foods. We're just gonna have the one thing with all the food. Oh yeah, I almost forgot the worst part of running third. Oh yeah, what is it? Having to check back in multiple areas multiple times? This tech speed is the worst. Oh, because you can't like turbo through it or something? Oh no, you can't. Oh well, you can a little bit. And my master's power return, the variety of blessings I offer shall increase.
May the blessings of the earth be upon you.
That great tree took root near to a seven-colored spring, and there it granted blessings and joy. An excerpt from the book of Genesis, verse 7, the primal ground. O hallowed Adios, thank you for the divine protection and mercy you have bestowed upon us.
Well, you just tickled pink. I'm not sure this tree has anything to do with the goddess, though.
I disagree. Even the testaments of the goddess say that all roads lead to food. Food is the fundamental basis of everything.
That is not in any testament I've ever laid eyes on.
That said, let me give you this.
Recipe book. Making food. Huh? Why are you giving this to me?
Because you are remarkably impious for a knight of the church. Or impious. Impious? You should work on becoming more devout through cooking in her name.
That doesn't even make sense. Besides, you can't just do the cooking yourself.
You've always been better at it than me. I'm sure it's the wish of the ingredients to be used by the best chef possible.
But still...
Please?
I'm too soft for my own good sometimes. Well, fine, but you have to help me. Deal? Also, the second I catch you snacking on something while we're making it, I'm done.
I know.
Second. Okay. No. Okay, nothing here. I'm imagining that spot might just be there for cutscenes or something, like later. Shane felt like I've forgotten Father Kevin. Yeah. Just the meme.
What's this?
Seems like some kind of barrier. But beyond that, that circle on the other side feels like it's going to be important to us sooner or later. Okay. They want me to go back to the spring now? Like what? I do it out of order? Yeah, okay. Or maybe I just didn't see it the first time. The bottom of the water's glowing?
It's beautiful. Welcome, visitors from afar.
Again?
A sound like it came from the spring. Visitors from afar, quench your thirst. In accordance with my master's wishes, I shall grant you vitality.
Drink! Oh, this is the heal. CP restored to maximum. Nice! That's what we like to see.
When my radiance is restored, I shall grant you vitality once more. When you have fought several battles, return to me.
Oh, okay, so it's not like a come back here every time. It's like you have to fight a certain number of battles before you can do it. I've never had water that actually energized me like that before.
Is this even possible? I don't know, but I feel full of life as well. Looks like the water here only has that effect when it's shining, though.
Yeah. Well, with all the energy we've got now, I don't think there's much more we can get from here. We should check back later if we're ever feeling tired.
Right.
Okay. But it only healed CP. It did not heal all my EP. 5. Okay. So that's a thing.
You don't think that could be the exit, do you?
If anything, I'd say it's more like an entrance. A monument that sells us items, a tree that sells us ingredients, a spring that restores our vitality. Man, we're right in that fucking JRPG, aren't you? EP can be healed at monuments. Ah, okay. It's like everything in here is designed to help us prepare for something dangerous. Who am I reading into it? CP is only healed at the spring. Ah, okay.
No, I don't think you are. So what should we do? Should we try stepping on it?
I don't have any better ideas at this point. Although it might be better if you stayed behind here. Never mind, ma'am. We'll go together. Running away also counts as a fight, but there is a secret quartz in this game for either running away from 300 battles or not running away and fighting 300 battles. There's a secret quartz in the game? Okay, interesting. Are they good quartz? Never mind, ma'am. We'll go together. It's not like there's any guarantee you'd be safe here, actually.
Of course we will. But first, I should give you this.
And Kevin, his Gral's written notebook. Huh? What are you doing with this?
I was asked to give it to you by Commander Cellmate. In her words, Kevin's report lately have been far too vague for my liking. I'll bet he's not even taking notes while he's out on the job.
We in an isekai now. Dude, where's the truck?
Give him this so he's got no more excuses to slack off.
Bah, she figured it out, huh? Hold on. How are you close enough for her to ask you to do this kind of favor?
She was the one who taught me how to use my Templar sword. I respect her deeply.
No joke? I had no idea. But she kept that one from me on purpose. Can't say I'm surprised. If I'd known, I sure as hell wouldn't have let Reese... Kevin? Sorry, just spacing out. Our next destination's that circle. If you have anything else you want to do first, speak up now. There's no telling what's waiting for us after we step on it.
Understood.
Here we go. That tune. Gotta love it. Gotta love it, baby. Yeah. Okay, 3, 2, 1, let's jam. Check this out.
Looks like that really was an entrance of sorts.
And immediately going into other Jade Corridor, things that also look like Final Dungeon-y stuff, or at least the shrine stuff. We still seem to be in the same bizarre enclosed space as before. Got quite a long road ahead of us, don't we?
We sure do. Kevin?
Oh, hello there, skeletons. Monsters?
How did they just appear out of nowhere? Random encounters? In my JRPG? What?
Okay, man, I really wish I had the all-hit attack now. Okay, they are resistant to the higher element except for the one that they're not. So let's do that. You could also use it, but I need to check out your damage. Coward gives reflect magical damage with 50% success, EP minus 30. Okay. You remember that masked woman at the start? Yeah, I remember her. The one that wanted to, you know, have some good old-fashioned family fun with Kevin. Ow. Oh, good. They confirmed that is Vita. Interesting. Because, see, that's really interesting because they said that she had a man. So I guess they were probably just dating and not like married, is what I'd presume.
I've worked up an appetite.
Appetite! Okay. Vita Clotilde. Interesting. See, I wonder if that's like... I wonder if that was like a thing where it's like, oh, we're just gonna have this woman. She's not gonna be plot important, but then they were like, well, we made someone that fit kind of like... that kind of action, so, you know, we'll just kind of retcon that back in. I'd be curious to know. Because unless that woman has more plot relevance now, or going through the game, like at the end or something, I'd be more inclined to believe that. I was just like, they made Vita Clotilde, might as well. Brave gives mirror, reflect physical damage with 50% success, max HP. Okay. So, run away from battles 300. So, how do you get the quartz? Like, is it just run away from 300 battles and then after you finish a battle after 300, you just get the quartz? Or is it like from a special shop or something after you do the things? Because, like, both of those, after you do those, talk to the fan. Okay. Because, like, both of those are pretty good. And if it's 300, like, might have to be after a certain chapter. Okay. Because, like, I feel like 300 fights is feasible to be done like throughout the course of the game to get. Now, running from 300, that's one that you actually would have to try for, but it would be a lot quicker to do, depending on what you have. The fountain attack.
How can this be?
I know exactly what you mean. There are a whole lot of monster types in our world, but that was my first time seeing anything like that. It's like being in a totally different realm.
The monsters weren't even the strangest part.
Tell me about it. The elements against them weren't your usual affair either.
Exactly. The 3 elements of space, mirage, and time were in effect during that battle too. Not just the traditional 4 elements.
Very observant, rookie. Didn't think you'd notice to that extent. This points to yet another clue that we're a long ways from home. I mean, you'll find a boatload of monsters that are weak to fire in Simuria, but you're not gonna find any that are weak to mirage. And in this realm, everything has 7 stats! Yay! You know how it is.
Indeed I do. Spiritually, the world in which we live is in a relatively low plane of existence. To quote the Testaments, our world and the world of the goddess will forever be separate. She simply drops pebbles from above, known as miracles.
Going word for word. Though hey, I guess those are the basic principles. We just keep running into surprises. Space, time, and mirage? All here? Should be impossible. I will say they did a good job giving Mirage actual damage. Yeah, finally given it. Good. Ascension is a strong spell. And you get it immediately, too.
What about those monsters themselves?
Honestly, they were less monsters and more fiends. Creatures that shouldn't even be allowed to exist in our world, and yet they somehow do without any problems here. I doubt those are the only ones.
Are we going to be alright in here?
Hopefully. They were tough, but not so tough we can't handle them if we're together. It's not like there's anything else for us to do back in that base area. Let's keep walking and see what we find, I say. Might be worth going back briefly to check our open setups, though, seeing as we've got more elements to account for now.
True. Oh, Kevin, let me give you this.
You're saying Kevin the Monster Guide. And tell Kevin about CS4. Demons show up everywhere. Yeah, and the elements are active quite often. You'll find shrines with them active. You'll find a cave with them active. You'll just find them active every so often everywhere. Don't worry about it. Huh? What's this for?
It's called a monster guide. It was designed to record data on monsters, their habits, their weaknesses, and the like. I think it would be wise for us to note anything and everything we come across here. Although I suppose Fiend Guide would be more appropriate here.
You're telling me. You'll find a mountain path with a giant demon lord, yup. You sure I can't just store all this info in the old noggin, though? Alright, putting enough stuff in the Grossfield notebook as it is. Hands are gonna go numb at this rate.
You complain way too much, Kevin. You're a knight. Do your job.
Yes, ma'am. Time like the present, I guess. Yeah, scribble, scribble. They're happy. Yo, you happy? Oh, hello there. I didn't even see it. Oh, because I don't have the thing that lets me see them from far away right now, don't I? Okay, so we're just gonna do spells immediately. She's weak right now. So let's do a heal. Boom. Ow. I shouldn't have done that. Should have gone to the other one. Ascension. See, the nice part is because I was able to unlock all of the other slots, right? I now have a lot more EP. Oh my god. Achievements, orbments. Okay, no, this is all the tutorial stuff. Wait, now? Oh, that's what triangle does. Okay. So, did they add any more spells and stuff, or did they just... Well, they must have added more spells because they made Ascension, so... Ascension, Saint, Phantom Pain, Silent Cross, Chaos, Zodiac, Silverthorn, Enfeeble, Arc Drain, Devastation Blast, that seems pretty cool. Lost Mobius, Genesic Barrier. Okay. So still wanna get to like Death Scream, so that'll probably be fine. you definitely want to try and get to easier all attack. Yeah, like Titanic Roar has such low requirements. 8 earth and 4 yellow. That's not bad for an all. I think that's the lowest. I think that's the lowest all attack in the game in terms of requirement. Because, like, everything else requires, like, 3 elements or something. You mean space? I said yellow. It's yellow. I can never remember which color correlates to, okay, correlates to which element. It's just, okay, yeah, I forget that until you get the quartz that lets you basically see the enemies are like faded out.
Souls, may you rest in peace.
Yeah, okay, tier bomb information. That's good. Equip. Oh, Orban. Mirage information. Be able to perceive enemy status, that's fine. Give that to you. You know, did you know? It's true that Zin's name was once written as Zane, but another name change was considered was Olivier's. The original suggestion was Oliver. This chest is glad that request never went through. Yeah, right. Its name, like Olivier, just sounds so much fancier and more bard-like. Traveling bard, Olivier Lenheim instead of Oliver Lenheim. But Zin and Zane, I could kinda see. Although I'd be curious as to like why they did Zane instead of Zin. Like, because I would think the katakana for the name would be pretty like 1-to-1. Oh, okay, so we got like a... Okay, so this time we got new things. So, yeah, you don't like water or space? No, not space. Time? Yeah, time is the black one, if I remember, right? Because that's the one that gives you chrono burst and shit. So, blah. God damn it. Reese is just getting bodied. Oh, okay, you can only do hearts on it. Good to know. But the Vanish took away all her EP. God damn it. Literally right after leveling up. Tear bomb. Yeah, because they ran out of jokes. Really? This early in the game? I don't believe that. Not for a second. Not for a picosecond. Okay, Ascension. Honestly, you're probably some of the more annoying ones. You're whack yet. Oh, nice. Oh, because he had an insta-kill thing going on. There's just translation choice, I guess. Yeah. Yeah, maybe they thought like, oh, Zane is a bit more of like a standardy kind of name than Zin. But yeah, PSP version, so I never had a problem. Yeah, maybe that was like kind of the idea behind it. But then they're like, well, he's also from like an Eastern country, so we can change it back to Zin because that would probably be more accurate to the cultural influence that was probably coming from.
My thanks.
Or like Zin and Jin or something like that. Okay, chest. A chest. My kingdom for a chest. Great chest ahead. Also, fun fact, Zin's VA is the same as Doe. Yes, it is. It's also the same as, what is it, Olberic in Octopath Traveler. I think that's the name, Olberic the Unbending. Or something like that. Yeah, he's that guy. He's also Gamagori from Kill la Kill. Like, he's that voice. I know that voice. I don't know the guy's name, but I know his voice. Okay. Water! Okay.
Hey!
There we go. Yeah, Ascension, really good. Very low cost for like that much damage. Take that any day. No, god damn it. You missed with your Ivy whip.
Yeah. All right, what's next?
She's just a Soul Calibur character. Okay. Hello there. Huh? What's this? Hey yo, what's this? Hey yo, what's this? Yeah, I can't remember what it's done. It's really pretty. Looks kind of like a cube of septium, but I don't think that's what it is. Yeah, maybe we should touch it and see what happens. Found sealing stone. Does it seem harmful? Nope, seems safe to me. Wish I knew what it was though. The light coming off it's so warm. The kind of slow rhythmic glowing from it reminds me of a beating heart in a way. Touch, don't touch. Look with your eyes, not your hands. Is that? There's our cube again. Visitor from afar. You who possesses the cube. It's that voice from earlier. Just who are you? Where are you talking to us from? Raise that sealing stone before the monument in the garden. Then the barrier and the imprisoned shall... That's two Sponge references in the same stream from the same episode. Yeah. Kevin! Hi, Kevin. Touch. Don't touch. Touch. Don't touch. I can barely work out what I was trying to say. All I could get from was that we need to take this thing to the monument. I will unlock another power cube. Make use of it. Cube's warp functionality is now available. To use it, click the icon at the top right corner of the screen and select the location you wish to warp to. I hope there's a button on my controller for that. What the? Beware the malevolent one. Gather strength, or you too will be forever. Don't even ask. I feel like I'm in some kind of weird dream that just gets freaky about a minute. I believe it's mapped to L3? Okay. I don't sense anything bad coming from the voice, at least. Like it's trying to guide us forward. True, it does. You don't think the cube has a will of its own, and that's the thing talking to us, do you? I doubt it. Kept talking about the cube as if it were a separate object. My hunch is that the source of the voice is someone else. And then there's the malevolent one who was ringing up too. I could see that being the man in black we saw when we were thrown in here, but it could very easily be someone else. Oh, this is starting to make my head hurt. Join the club. Well, let's try and take things one step at a time, okay? Oop. Come on. On that note, the best place to start is probably giving the cube's new power shot. You're serious? Serious as can be. There aren't many artifacts that have the power of teleportation, you know? God damn it. My thing is starting to power down. In the situation we're stuck in, we need to use everything we've got at our disposal. Yep, my power is just gone. Alright. Be sure you're careful when you're using it. I will. Okay. Hermit's Garden. Okay, interesting teleport thing in the screen right there. Okay, Hermit's Garden. Okay. Oh. It's so weird because I made it so the mouse isn't locked to, like, the game. So I can just, like, freely click out of it. So I can't, like, spasm with my mouse. I have to, like, be cognizant. Alright, that actually worked. Now we've got a quick way to get back here to safety if we run into danger. Like in East. That does sound useful. I still can't bring myself to put much trust in that cube, however. Oh, I'm not planning to lower my guard around the thing either. I'll keep using it with caution, so don't worry. Anyway, next up's this little guy.
That ceiling stone. That voice may sound like something would be released from it if we hold it up to the monument. Any guesses?
No, but I know how to find out the answer real quick. I'll handle holding up, but I want you to stand by prepared for a fight just in case. We've got no idea what we're dealing with here.
Understood.
Sword. The sword.
Something's happening.
Alright, time for the moment of truth. Yeah, I don't think I charged my controller enough, so I don't think it was at full from the last time I used it. So, hey, at least it got to 3 hours. That's pretty good. Yay. And yellow. What?
A girl?
Hey, it's Tita!
Huh? What was that light? Isn't she the girl from the professor's photograph? Huh? Kevin? You are Kevin, aren't you? I'm not seeing things? What are you doing here?
Where do I even start? But yeah, it's the real deal. Good to see you again, Tita. Looks like you've grown a little taller.
You noticed? I'm happy to see you again, too. What brings you back to Liberal? Is this girl a friend of yours? Where the fuck am I? Wait. I was in the house with Dad getting dinner ready because Agate was coming over. Then all of a sudden everything went white and then... Where am I? This looks nothing like our house! Am I dreaming? Is this all a dream? Oh right, I should pinch myself to check.
Hey, Mannix, how's it going? Give this to Kevin. Kevin's not here. Kevin! Yep, this is the Tita everyone knows and loves, alright?
She's adorable.
Sister Reese gets it. Home Alone. Ah, okay. I don't think I've ever actually watched Home Alone. I just know I just know like the trap sequences, and his parents are terrible. Or I've watched it and I just don't remember any of it. But I hope you're doing well, Mannix. You're chiming in because my controller just died, which is signaling that we're gonna be wrapping up pretty darn soon. But I hope we're doing well. Picture you're in your early 20s, so I figured you may not have. I can say I'm 25, turning 26 in December. But I feel like a lot of people. The thing is, right? It's not even just Home Alone. Like movies that I watch are usually movies that are in theaters, because I'm able to like sit down and focus a lot more on them, right? I'm paying for a ticket to sit here, and the only thing in front of me is the movie, so I'm able to focus on it. But when I'm trying to watch a movie at home or a show at home, I have to try so hard to like not get distracted by something else, because I have no problem pausing things, doing something else, and then going back to it, which is a terrible way to experience movies or shows. Like when I was watching Evangelion for the first time, I made a point to like put my phone in a different room and go out into my living room and watch on a TV instead of my computer monitor, because I was like, I need to make sure I'm focused on this, because I want to know what the big deal about Evangelion is. Big deal is it's a really good show. And movies. So, yeah. So you got the version that should never exist, Home Alone 3. That's not it. I didn't even realize there were more than 2. I thought there was Home Alone 1, and then I thought there was Home Alone 2 Lost in New York. Which I only know from the John Mulaney bit about how if he was a Def Jam comic when that movie came out, that would be his big joke. Keep it though. Yeah, I mean, I plan to. I don't really plan to go back and watch them. But, like, it also has gone to be like, oh yeah, I haven't watched... Like, I don't think I've watched in full all the Star Wars movies. I've never watched in full the Lord of the Rings movies, although I want to. I've never watched the Matrix movies. I've never watched a lot of classic movies, quote-unquote classic. I say quote-unquote, those are all classics. I haven't watched a lot of movies. Have you seen The Goonies? Not that I can remember, but I've probably seen like, it's one of those things where I've seen portions of a lot of things, and I know a lot of the pop culture stuff from them, but I've just never sat down and watched them. Sound like me, just pick video games instead of movies. Yeah, I mean, it's just one of those things where it's like, when it's a video game, I can actively engage in it, right? Like, and it's like a lot easier to get a hold of. Or I guess maybe not a lot easier, but a lot cheaper in some cases. Wink, wink, nudge, nudge. Cough, cough. Mega Man Battle Network 1 and 2. Cough, cough. But it's like when I'm more sitting down and engaged, it's less likely for me to lose focus and ruin the experience, right? Like even if it's basically a movie like a Trails game where like there's cutscenes for 45 minutes, which is essentially more than an episode and a half of an anime, then like I'm still focused on it. I got Amazon Prime, so I finished The Expanse and Hannah this week. Okay, nice. I also have Amazon Prime. I'm just bad at watching things. Although I do plan on watching Arcane, because I've heard that one's really good, it looks good, and I've watched the first episode, and it was good. Cough, cough, Yakuza, cough, yes. Cough, cough, any JRPG, cough, cough. I'm looking at you, Personers, and Yakuzers, and Trailsers, and Tailsers, and actually subscribe for 4 months in a row. Thank you very much, Mannix, much appreciated. Let's get to that Dark Souls 3 sub. Or subscription thing. Yeah, because it is great. Yeah, honestly, I had 20 at it because it was at 8. I think I'm going to drop it down to 15 to have it be a bit more achievable. But, of course, as I said, if it ever does get achieved, I'm waiting until I finish Elden Ring before I start playing it. Man, if we could skip Persona cutscenes, whoa, man. On subsequent playthroughs, I can agree. That would be nice, but I think the Persona cutscenes are pretty good. Like, yeah, the run would be a lot more manageable. Not gonna lie, the past 3 weeks have been almost all Buddy and Fawn emotes. Dude, good emotes. We have good ideas, right? Dab on that. Dab, 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 dab. But been sitting on this a little bit more. She's adorable. It's 100% true. So that's what happened. This is all because of that artifact Mom pulled out of the lake? Honestly, we can't even be sure right now. Especially as if we assume that's the case, how did you end up here when you were all the way over in Zeiss? Makes no sense. You're right. This song is called The Hermit's Den. Okay. I guess that makes sense, right? Because this is the Hermit's, what's the thing called? Hermit's Base or something? It's a good jam. It's very peaceful. Hermit? Dude, Hermit the Puppet. Me and my vines. Excuse me while I just JoJo out for a second. The Pillar Man. Oh god, I love it. I call it that. Yeah. Sorry, making a Persona joke. I mean, no, it's fine making a Persona joke because it sounds low life. It's Hermit's Garden. Ah, okay, it's garden. Okay. I mean, there was a plant there. There is a tree. It's a garden. You're right. Sounds as though you two are fairly close to one another when you were sent here. Grancel and Zeiss are really far apart. Based on your account, however, we were all surrounded by that light at roughly the same time. Garden. Yeah, flowers. You know what we say to flowers? We love them. We also say hello. And show me your moves. And we love that. Dab. That's more than a coincidence in my eyes. Yeah, I think so too. Oh, whoops. I haven't introduced myself yet, have I? My name's Tita Russell. I'm an apprentice at Zeiss Central Factory. I'm Reese Argent, a sister of the Septian Church. Flowers! Look at all them flowers. We got Envy Flower, we got Fonte 3 Flower, we got Indie B8 Flower, we got MBCB Flower. God, I really like that one. Okay, can we all agree that, like, Zelda in Breath of the Wild, pretty damn good design? Like, for all the Zeldas, Like, I feel like Zelda has very far and few between been a bad flower, like, not bad flower, a bad design, but, like, Breath of the Wild, like, Zelda, I'm like, damn, that's a good one. I really like that one. Because there's always the classic, like, one that shows up in, like, Smash Brawl and Melee, where it's, like, the brown hair part, like, very long, but then, like, that one's just so different. I say so different, it's just, like, she's wearing pants instead of a skirt. Liking characters? Ew. I say as I have like 4 emotes of one character. And also have a list of characters that I like from each of the games that I've streamed. I say. I've heard a lot about you from Kevin and your mother. Oh, you've met Mom? I have. She showed me a photograph of you too. Now that I've met you in person, I can see why she boasts about you so much. Was she doing that? Oh, Mom. When do we get a game where Ganon finally gets it and captures Lincoln's head? I mean, isn't it implied, right? Or, well, captures Lincoln's head, well, because there's the branching timelines of he was murked in one of them, and it caused some bad shit. I say I have 100 emails to Erica and like 12 of other random ones. Yeah. And you have to save him. Isn't that just like Wand of Gamelon? Isn't it just... maybe. Can't remember. I don't have the Zelda Hyrule Historica, whatever it's called. Because I'm not that big of a Zelda fan. My first Zelda game was one on like the Game Boy Color. But of course I was like 3, so I didn't know how to do anything. And it was just like pointless. I can't say I really played it. Then I played Ocarina of Time on the N64 a little bit, didn't care for it. Then I got a Wii and got Twilight Princess, didn't care for it, probably played like an hour. And then Breath of the Wild came out, and I was like, yo, I'm in for freaking Skyrim Breath of the Wild edition. For Skyrim Zelda edition. Which I thought was really funny, where I'm like, that was the mentality going into Breath of the Wild, and now any other game beyond that is, oh, X of the Wild. Because that was like the new status quo for what like an open world kind of game should be, that has like that camera angle and climbing, and like I thought that was funny. But yeah, like Breath of the Wild was the first Zelda game that I would say I actually played and liked. Historia doesn't have that. Gamelon is one of the CDI games. Yeah, Link, Fonts of Evil. Was she doing that? Oh, Mom. She didn't say or do anything inappropriate to you, did she? She tends to lose control of herself when it comes to people as cute as you. Have I ever joined the stream and just said hello, or were you playing? I feel like I always bring this to unstreamed things. Intentionally. I mean, it doesn't. Like, Max, I'm gonna be honest. Being active in chat in any way, as long as you're not being an a-hole and insulting people and making me have to ban you, I'll do it. It's perfectly fine. Like, talking about stream, non-stream stuff, anything that can keep conversation going makes it a lot easier on me. Gotta say. Because, I mean, everyone in chat right now streams. Manix, you stream. Font, you stream. Neko Dave, he streams. We all know how much easier it is to stream when people are in the chat talking about anything. Man, I thought you stream, Manix. Don't you do speedruns? I thought you did. Pretty sure you do. I think you're jesting. I think you're joshing me. You can't do this to me. I'm really gullible, okay? And my memory is terrible. That's a bad combination of things. It's a very bad combination of things to have as a human. Because I trust everyone completely, and I'm highly optimistic. So, if you add any level of uncertainty in my brain, I'll be like, ah, shit. Look, I shame as much as you like having Josette in your main party. Point taken. But you do. It's like, you have about as much as a snowball's chance in hell of dating me. But there is a chance. Like that kind of thing. I've been watching a lot of LA Noire, and there are a lot of suspects that would kill you, Bison. I mean, I feel like a lot of people just in general could kill me. Like, anyone that wants to kill could kill me. You find their drugs and they just go, what drugs? Like, ah. Like, the way I see it, it would be like, I find their drugs, they go, what drugs? I'd be like, what's this powder? And they're like, oh, that's salt. In a plastic baggie? Yeah. Oh, okay. Then I'd just give it back to him and walk out the door. Okay, see ya. Have fun. Like, I could definitely see myself being that kind of dumb. The kind of dumb where you have to try to be that dumb, but I'm not trying. Like, I could definitely see myself being on the wrong side of a JRPG, purely because I was told and was super gullible. So hear that cop from, hey, that's the worst officer ever. You know, probably. You know, we're just gonna, we're just gonna end the stream here, guys. Been a great night. No, not yet. Not just yet.
Lose control? How? I'm sorry. I wasn't trying to be rude by calling you cute or anything. It's just that you're kind of quiet and really pretty, but you've got this really unique aura about you. Unique? Yeah, every bit as sharp as your mother. The gods doesn't make them more unique than Reese. Oh, please. Anyway, what are you two doing? What are the two of you planning on doing now? Are you going to keep looking for a way out of here? That's the plan, yeah? Not that we made so much as a dent of progress on that front so far. We barely started exploring when we found you. Oh, I see. If you don't mind then, please let me help you look. I won't get in the way, I promise. Being in the way wouldn't be the issue here. That's a tough one. My gut tells me you're better off staying here, to be honest. You've proven yourself to be made of sturdy stuff, but like I said before, this place is just one big and very dangerous mystery. If that's true, then who's to say I'd be safe staying here on my own? If I'm going to be in danger, I'd rather go with you and at least try to help out. Fair point, I guess. Every bit as spunky as Estelle, too, you know? You can't be serious, Kevin. Trust me, she's a lot tougher than she looks, and she has a fucking gun. 2! She's got a cannon and a fucking Gatling gun. It's actually damn impressive that she's even able to hold the fucking gun. She wound the lava arc and came back down in one piece. Plus, she survived Adios knows how many sketchy fights beforehand. Don't be so quick to judge just because of her age. But still, please, I really want to help. I'll do everything I can to make sure I don't cause you any problems. Really? Alright, if you're sure. You mean it? You seem to understand the consequences of your actions and what it means to worry others. As long as that's the case, I've got no reason to say no. Still, please do be careful. But what games are you playing right now, Mannix? This is a question I like to ask everyone that shows up. Hey, what are you playing? And she's got a speech. Each orbit has a cord circuit inside, and if that isn't properly connected, the orbital energy inside the unit will have nowhere to go. As a result, the orbit won't be able to function properly. This happens sometimes with the highway lights, which means their ability to give out light and ward off monsters compromised. So, oh god, I'm really glad I have it scaled such that that entire thing fits in the chat up here without getting cut off. Because I think before, when I used Streamlabs instead of Stream Elements, the way that chat was like spaced or worked, it would have been off. Wouldn't have been able to see the entire thing. Still, please do be careful. Thank you, I will. Yeah, seriously. If anything would happen to you on my watch, I'm sure my death at Erica's hands would be a slow and painful one. I swear, I won't let that happen. Deal. Alright, let's get back to work. Once Tia's equipment is set up, it's back to exploring we go. Understood. Right. Okay. So, how do I do... Camp? Equip? What do you got? Hey, look, she has her helmet off. Nice. Okay, so she already has enhanced denim. She already has grips, boots. Hybrid D's nuts. Ah, got him! Cannon Impulse 2, Satellite Beam, so I'm wondering if we're going to get those boosted. She doesn't have an S-Craft, interesting. He only has Cryosphere, so I'm wondering how the S-Crafts are going to work in this game, whether or not we're going to get version 3, or if we're going to get something else. EPK, all quartz okay.
Oh, can see enemies from a distance. Nice. This is the one that I need. Okay. Well, she at least has everything. Or she at least has some stuff equipped, so I'm not too worried. Okay. Exit. Return to title. What the heck you do? Wee woo, wee woo! Arrested for making a D's nest joke in the vicinity of a miner. Whoa! 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 I'm not near a quarry, sir. There's no miners here. Although I guess that joke doesn't work nearly as well if one half of the conversation is through text, because I can obviously see that you used an O. However, we're also not musicians. I was playing in a major key. We need that to be understood. That is how you roll into another joke about related words, although that is a homonym because they're spelled the same, but... Or no, they sound the same, but are spelled different. The minor and the minor small child. Why not combine multiple means like bees nuts? You like bees nuts? I got him! And that's the motherfucking T. That one's fucking old. Not even from a platform I think I really even used. You saying I like dudes? Hey, there's nothing wrong with liking dudes. Is that Marnie from Sword and Shield? Because I like that. You like at least 2 dudes. At least 2 dudes. Hey, yo. Hey, yo, you liking dudes? I like dudes, too. Dudes are pretty cool. Dab out. Yeah, at some point I was talking about this where I want to animate the this emote to fade out, but I don't have Vegas Pro installed on this computer, so I need to. I think I'll install one of like the open source ones, because Vegas Pro, while it was good, like every time I started up, it would give me like one of those like, "Hey, do you want to buy a new version?" And I'm like, "No, I don't." It was like anytime I started up the computer, like it wasn't even every time I opened up the program, so I got annoyed with it. With the emote get towed away, yeah, it would just like fade out. Like it would be because like right, like this could be considered like a hey, like how's it going, or a goodbye. Like, it was just more designed after the show me your moves thing, but with Toa because she was a captain, Captain Toa, Captain Falcon. You know that's the joke. But like this one is also a hello kind of thing. But I think that this one would be cool if it was get faded. Get it? Towed? Yeah. Get towed away. But she's not a vehicle. Although, we could go get the Tow-mobile, the motorcycle with the sidecar, with her cute image plastered on top of it. Which is the best thing that they ever did to the motorcycle. I have carriage, by the way. But... But yeah, so I'm hoping to do that at some point, or get someone else to do it because I'm not sure. But and there's Thomas the Dominion engine. God damn, what the fuck? Crazy. But it's almost 9:30 now. I've almost been live for, well, I've just been live for over 3.5 hours. So I'm gonna call it here. I will be streaming tomorrow with. I do plan to play some more Trails in the Trail. I keep on wanting to say Trails in the Third, but that's not it. Toucan Bob, Buddy Bison, hello there. Hello there, Toucan Bob. How are you doing? Hope you're doing well. Unfortunately, you dropped by right at the end of it, so you'll have to catch me tomorrow. But yeah, so I'm planning on playing this tomorrow, and that's, it, while recognizing that I'm now just playing whatever game I feel like it at the time. So you'll probably be seeing this one a bit more often, and then maybe when I'm not doing it, I'll do Speedrun Cold Steel 2, maybe play some more Rogue Legacy, and I also plan to slowly go through Kasane's route in Scarlet Nexus as well, so those are all things that could also show up at any time. It's a surprise. You'll have to drop by to find out, or follow me and see me in the sidebar and then decide, oh, that's not a game that I really want to watch him play, and then ignore me. Or opposite, see it's a game that, hey, maybe I want to see him want to play that, and then drop by. Regardless, thank you all for dropping by. Thank you, Toucan Bob, right now. Thank you, Fontano, Manix, and Neko Dave, as well for the host, Neko Dave. Much appreciated. Hope you all have a very nice night, and will join me next time. Bye!